Yo, like the masses, they don't want it. They don't want it. No. I love the kids, bro. I love the kids. Papi, papi chulo. Papi, papi, yo. Grandma, mi hermano, mi hermana. Buenas noches. Yo, killing them. Oh shit. God damn it. Crazy. I love it. Yeah, you're right. Facts. 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 No, he's gotta have two, bro. Don't even pay that my mind, cuz. Now he got an attitude, cuz. Don't even worry about that, man. See, like, y'all be letting this shit get you all, man. Yo, for real, like, check it out. Why you even allowing that to, like, you know, for real. Yeah, he got it now. Woo! Give me what you want for a pork chop. Give me what you want for a pork chop, nigga. Give me what you want for a pork chop, nigga. Give me what you want for a pork chop, nigga. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me what you want for a pork chop, nigga. Give me what you want for a pork chop, nigga. And give me what you chop, nigga. Give me what you want for a pork chop, nigga. What's cracking? Hold on. I'm not on my laptop. My boy is doing some work on it. And I'll be back in about 5. Hold on now. I'm bringing everybody on. I had to update it. So I spun 160 on StreamYard. Is that what it is? I did the annual. I ain't taking nothing out of me every month. So before I was doing it every month, I'm tired of that. I just got two. I'm gonna share this with you. I just had two over $700 for bettering my credit. Just get done. So that's $700-800 back on my account. So I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and just knock this out annually. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm good either way. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right back. I'm gonna see where he is with my computer, and he's doing something else. He's this laptop I have is 16 years old, 15 years old. You can't believe how fabulous it runs. I take care of my shit. Be right back. If you want to come on in, get your motherfucking table ready and come on in. We're gonna be talking about some real shit. Woo! Block 21 or block 23? No, that's block 19. Hold on. I should block, no, block 22, man. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, that motherfucker, that right there, that's especially Lock it on the way up. No, it's no, that's the 40 cal, son. 40 cal. Yeah. All right, bring it back tomorrow, bro. Yeah, this stuff. Yeah. Shit, that's I charge like $50 for a box of ammo, nigga. Yeah. All right, I'm about to go live. All right. Be quiet in the background, nigga. Yeah, where your lady at? Is she back there? They barbecue? Is that what I smell? Nigga, y'all gotta get some seasoning, nigga. Niggas can't cook for shit. All right. Let me get in here. Oh shit. Yeah. No, you ain't gonna lock it. Yeah, this is closing. Go slam. Yeah, you ain't gonna lock it. All right, fam. I got that. All right, peace. Almost gone. Oh, that's the real joint, y'all. I eat it every day. Booty hole don't hurt. Bring it back forward. The oil in the bag right there. Yeah, just get the new brush to clean it right. Yeah, clean it. Alexander, sit your ass down. What's wrong with the motherfuckers, man? Dude, man, act like a damn bitch. Yeah, no. I don't use that frog, bro. That shit'll gum your shit up, bro. Trust me. Yeah, trust me. It'll gum your shit up bad. None of us use that shit. We do not. Damn, my shit is dirty. Woo. I'm about to eat, nigga. Throw that. My boy cleaning his right. Excuse me. I did a little detailing on my upper slide. Shit's good, right? Is it flat? That shit's flat, right? Yeah. I get excited when it comes to this shit. Yeah. I told you, man. Two-handed. Now I got a crack thumb. I ain't got no wipes, man. No. Spray some with it. Damn, nigga. I ain't saying it on my hands, man. Spray it on the spray. Right, what? I'm about to start, man. About to go behind you, bro. Tap me, bro. Is it? Yeah. 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 Look. No, you can't go out with them. Yeah, yes. All right. Yeah. Microphone extra. Thinking about the days when I used to strive. Back then, I still give up to my hood. Don't think it's over. So what's crack-a-lacking, y'all? I got my neighbor. He's clean. He's doing something to make my. You know, when I go live on Westside or Big Mike or whoever, right? I get a lot of feedback. Now my echo is on. You dig what I'm saying? And I just don't get what it is. So I gave him two of my headsets, a couple of my wires. It's also wireless, but I plug it in because I tried it wireless with Big Mike, and it was even worse. You know what I'm saying? So with the Bluetooth connection. So he's over there running. He's got stuff to hook up. Like he's the one that my truck, the electronic governor. Now I have a little vice that I spent money on that can bring the RPMs up. But he right now, I had a look, and his buddy was cleaning his rifle out. I went and shot a little bit, and he's got shit hooked up to my laptop I ain't never seen before. And my shit, I said he can look at it, whatever. I don't have no secrets or anything in there. You dig what I'm saying? Doesn't bother me one bit. So I like that. You know what I'm saying? And I had to clean my shit up. I think I put about maybe 800 rounds. I could have put another 1,200 through there. I just like to have my stuff clean. You know what I'm saying? I'm still 2A. Don't get it twisted. That baby right there, I changed the buff out. I don't know if y'all saw the other one I was doing, so I got a 3-level in there. Coil, change that out. Now it hardly ain't no recoil at all. ATF talking about they want to, man, they can kiss my ass. Look, I'm not under any of their systems. And if you're an Aboriginal, Indigenous, and you know your real history, you ain't under their system either. And stop playing like you is. You can have a social security card, they don't mean shit. You can be driving, you don't need a driver's license, you don't need none of that. And if they don't know no better, they're not the law. They're supposed to keep the peace. But see, that's why I was saying earlier that they're hiring sociopaths, people who went to war, who think that they're supposed to be listened to and obeyed. No. Well, it takes a lot of our voices to stand up and let this fake ass court system under this goddess of what's her name, I'm gonna mention the name, to know better. You know what I'm saying? And then they saying this motherfucker yellow hoodie, little something, I don't know if he dead or not. The one that shot, what's his name? I don't care about that stuff no more. If you want, now the guy was supposed to be a peaceful guy. if you want to be in that lifestyle and people don't want to speak up as far as the music industry and tell them to stop their bullshit, and people don't want to recognize that we are the true, I don't like the word Jew, we are the true Hebraic people. And if you don't know history, and a lot of, I talk to a lot of so-called religious Bible thumping idiots who it seems like they never read the Bible or they don't discern it, and they love hearing somebody like D.D. Jakes walking around with a jet telling them what to think and how to feel. It has nothing to do with how to live. Talk about what he's attained, how he attained it, and then tell you what makes you feel good. The Bible's words alone. Hey, but then little goof fucks. It's the CIA. Internet's fine. I got internet. That's how weak they are. They don't like what's being said. Like I give a flying fuck, and I don't. I'm not like everybody else that's worried about this happening and that happening. I'm not that one. Okay, I'm a comment. I can type in there too, but this is the way it is, y'all. This is what they do. Okay, here we go. We're on there. Here we go. That's fine. Internet's fine. Can y'all hear me? Give me a 1 if you can hear me. Mama Red. Can y'all hear me? Give me a 1 if you can hear me. Is it frozen? Give me a 1. A 1. Okay. Yeah, that's what they do. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, the original copy, she's on live too. But I want to bring some people in. We're going to talk about some real shit. I would be on my laptop right now. So when he gets done with it, it's going to take a minute, man. I gave it to him about when I came back from the range, because I went and I shot up like 200 rounds. You know what I'm saying? 240 rounds and then 20 rounds through my SAR, just to put it at the 500 mark. And I knew they was going to do something retarded. You dig what I'm saying? All right, notifications on. Why they turn my notifications off, bro? They bugging. Like I said, man, when you start talking about some certain things, they want to intervene, interrupt. Okay, here we go. And this is recording too, y'all. So if you want to come on in. You see it's in the. I got it in the home. Let me put it back in the chat again. All right. Come on in. This is open mic. This ain't nobody's in control of nothing. We can talk about some things. Now I'll bring some topics up to discuss because there's a lot of them. Wow. It's really not letting me see my own. There I go. Now I pop up. Are they bugging? Are they bugging? And here I am. I have Ashkenaz who married into my family, Dutch who married into my family. They want to be recognized as Dutch. They don't want to ever be called Jewish. But hey, and I see a lot of people right now that they're rabbis, and all of a sudden now they're trying to play nice. Now they be running around to China, Japan, everywhere to get all the little soldiers who work for the Vatican, because you know he's a that Francis and all of them, and they're all the same people. So now they want to go over there pulling all these. They didn't go to the Anua people. They didn't go look for the original people in the so-called China now. No, they went to the Palestinian one, and they talking about you're a Jew, and they don't even have old positive or old. They're not from Shem. You see what I'm saying? They are so dastardly. And the thing is, there are documents that prove this. It amazes me. And when I was over there, I met so many converts when I was in Palestine. So many converts. And I had sat and talked with many of them. And I talked with many Palestinian Jews. And they were like, some of them were honest. I don't know who they are, but they killed a lot of our people, and your country's back my country. That's my land. I don't know who them people is over there acting crazy. They want to say that we're from Africa. We're not the same people. Why they got to always try to implicate dark people as from one place that never, when the whole earth was dark? They don't implicate y'all from being Africa, right? Even though this is in today's narrative, this is, if by their fate and world map, this is Africa major, and that's Africa minor. But why they don't talk? Why they don't talk about the original Moleki, where they were bound for a certain period of time, or where they may have came through a portal? Maybe, I don't know. But the stories of Japheth, the youngest son, and Shem being the oldest, and Ham the middle. Gomer, Ashkenaz, Gentile, help me out here. It's all in writing. Ham, the progenitor of the dark races, the Ethiopians, the Syrians, the but not the Negro. And he damn sure didn't come from Japheth. Hey, the younger generations turned on the older brothers, the older, wiser ones, the ones who the custodians and the Anunnaki, the Anunnaki worked with, fought the custodians along with our giant brethren, our wonderful, powerful pygmy tribes. And that was what Tartaria was all about. But now we're supposed to sit here and just accept anything they give us. Yo, Big Speed Trick, what's happening? What's happening? Mama Red, what's going on? Lamont's Jr. All right. Now, I send out a lot of stuff, but I don't know why they ain't here. But anyway, they'll be here. But the thing is, people want to hear yelling and screaming all the time. I can't do all that, man. I do it to play a game every once in a while. But I don't see what the purpose. I don't get the purpose out of that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I want to play something for you. Let me see if I can pull it up. Was there? Yeah. All right, I want to see if I can find it again. Now, this is, I hate even saying Israeli President Isaac Herzog response, but I want to go ahead. Jewish community responds to Kanye West outburst, and this is the CBC News. You know they own all this shit, and you know why? Because it's time. It's just time. All right, let me pause my music right quick. That's all royalty free, copyright royalty free. What y'all listen to this?
What have you been discussing? Yeah. At the Toronto Jewish Center, 12-year-old girls preparing for their bat mitzvahs are also grappling with questions no child should. It's not fair because we didn't. So why do you have to take what you feel out on people who do don't understand why people do this. Like, what have we as a community done to anyone else? It's really heartbreaking to hear girls so young have to talk about all of this, and they're all fully aware of what Kanye West has said. And Mom Nicole was there with her two daughters, struggling with how to help them understand this moment.
We know that what they do is they play the victimization, right? Bro, all the time. I don't want to hear about no goddamn Holocaust when hundreds of millions of my people have been murdered. 27 cities buried underwater, blown the fuck up, and a continuous murder. I'm not dismissing the murder of other people. I am talking about my people, and I shouldn't even have to allude to that. Those who will last should be first, and the damn sure ain't them.
Is this the first time you're having to have this conversation with your kids because of Kanye West?
I would love for them to come and talk that goofiness to me, so I can break out some of these documents.
To bring up, it's just crazy that all these kids are so aware. I mean, at their age,
I could literally say anti-Semitic shit and they keep dropping.
Kanye West's hateful words, the hateful actions fueled by them, have consumed her for weeks. What do you think the impact of Kanye West's behavior will be? Because of Kanye, it's opening the floodgates for people to come out and voice it and not keep it hidden. What is it like as a mom to have to talk to your kids about this at all, and when they're so young? The fact that my kids are 8 and 11 and have to experience this and talk about it and have fear in them.
What are our children going to do? Aren't they the ones that change the narrative? I can speak on 3 different rappers I know. I ain't gonna mention their names, who said the board trustees and them who were in there when they went into a meeting, they were all Jewish. These Ashkenaz, these Bolognese, who told them, curve the music this way. Make this. We want to target a certain group of individuals when they're already being targeted to manipulate the mind. And what they do is they put a number out. Because you got to remember how they got rich off of all our dealings. And they did it. And they did it not consciously. And sure enough, murder rates went up, more in alcohol and drugs by the same government alphabet people dropping it in the communities. I remember one time down in Patterson, New Jersey, a Spanish brother of mine hit me up and says, Red, I want you to come around over to so-and-so to the bodega. Went over in the back by 2 dumpsters. It was a box of guns loaded. I'm talking about get down kind of guns. And man, we got his uncle. He was a Vietnam vet, and threw him in the back of the truck. He went, took him to his mill, and had him destroyed. He might have kept 1 or 2, but he had them destroyed. I'm serious. Ain't none about nobody. When I was living in Patterson, New Jersey, had that kind of money, that had them kind of guns in a box, situated all perfect. Like somebody forgot to pick them up. Maybe got arrested. I don't know. And they always want to play this victimization shit. Anti-Semitic. Do y'all know what anti-Semitic means? Let me pull that up right quick and we'll come back to this. Let me, boy. Check this out. Alexander, sit down. Anti-Semitic, hostile to or prejudiced against Jewish people. Isn't that kind of heavy? But everybody can run around talking about nigger this, spit that, blah, 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 blah. And no people cry out, it's groups of black people in Black's Law Dictionary, somebody dead, and people who want to call themselves crayon colors. Now, most of the real Zionists don't see themselves as white nor black or anything. But who created the narrative? Do we have to go to the names, Herskovitz and all them kind of people? The very same motherfuckers? See, this is the shit that's dying. And it's going to stop all the way around. And we have to make sure that it stops. Because if we don't stop it, then they're going to continue to believe that it's okay to push the narrative of foolishness. Why are we giving our tax, when we should be paying no goddamn taxes anyway, giving our taxmen over $1 billion every year to that Did we cause the Holocaust? We had lose a lot of people in World War One, II, and all the other wars in between. Then we lose a lot of people. And how about all our people over here? Graves turned up, desecrated. Some bodies not even in graves. The families went and had them dug up. You think anybody want to hear this nonsense anymore? We are done with it. For world to see what's going on. Somebody, hey, come on in, y'all. Come on in. I'm gonna play some more stuff here. This is my Note 10. I can put something in there, but it'll be so small. I'm not even gonna do it. So I just play it from here.
Race or culture, like no one, Asians, like Muslims, no one should feel.
They call us blacks. The nerve. They call us blacks. The nerve. They're the ones that created out of Africa. Bullshit. And I know there's a lot of people saying, there's Negroes behind them. This, nobody want to hear that shit no more. Oh, no, done being quiet. We've had enough of it. Boo-hoo, cry somebody a goddamn river somewhere else.
Especially as a mother.
Last thing we want is violence to anybody. If you want to play Jew, be honest. For the first times in your lives, be fucking honest. They don't know how to. A lot of them have been conditioned into the lies neither, but you'll never see one of their top witch cards come here and be honest. That's why they became lawyers and this, that, and the other to create fictional laws. Look at California. I don't even want to get in that in New York. I don't even want to get into that. You see what I'm saying?
Nightly prayers at the same center. This building, modeled after a Polish synagogue destroyed by the Nazis.
Here they go with that shit.
Rabbi Eli Carfunkel is the grandson of Holocaust survivors.
Here they go with that shit.
That someone that's in Kanye's circle can go over.
Where were they slaves at?
Can we get out of this mess here? He made his whole life.
Where were they slaves at?
To build, and now in one moment he's using his mouth to destroy. What a shame.
This is a high-profile example, but it comes in waves all the time, and you have to fight back against it all the time. I mean, that's a very heavy thing to have to just live with.
What scares me is that here you have thousands of Jewish kids going to school and loving Kanye West and wearing his clothing and following him, and then it's like, can they trust people? Can they trust people? But I'm more nervous.
What the F does that have to do with anything? What in the F does that have to do with anything? To control the narrative, to hide real history. Who do you think controls the Smithsonian? American Museum of Art and History. I want y'all to Google and pull it all up. They changed their names on the record. When I was living in New York, who was the landlords? Do you know what landlord actually means? See, this is the conversation we need to be having. Oh, let me pull something. Let me get away from this foolishness. I get tired of. Hey, Sarada Amaru, what's going on? Okay, peace. Oh, hold on, y'all. I send my condolences, beloved one. One of our sister lost a family member, y'all. So, out of respect, I ain't gonna say who, but we always send our and we keep it blissful. Hold on, let me pull up. Where's that one at Jamie Lee Curtis? Ha!
Kanye West tweeted on just recently, and I'll read it. It was yesterday morning. He wrote, I woke up to this. Yeah, this is what he said, in case people don't know. I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. And then he goes on to say, the funny thing is I can't be anti-Semitic because Black people are actually Jew also. You guys have... Anyway, he goes on. You saw that tweet, and you responded immediately saying this.
That was a quick dismissal. Anyway.
Also, on October 9th, the holiest day in Judaism was last week. Words matter. A threat to Jewish people ended once in genocide. Your words hurt and incite violence. You are a father. Please stop. I burst into tears. I woke up and burst into tears. DEFCON 3 on Jewish people? What are you doing? This is, it's bad enough that fascism is on the rise around the world, but on Twitter, on a portal to pour that in as if Jewish people haven't had it hard enough. Yes, I have never seen your eyes well up in anger like that. I literally, I woke up and I thought, my grandparents? Yeah. Yeah. It's
so. Remember name change? When did Curtis become a goddamn Jewish last name? Tony Curtis? I thought he was Italian, Sicilian or some shit. No, that's right. They're one of them too. I got a list of names I can go through that has nothing to do with Jews, but they all Jews. So-called Jews. I've had enough of the bullshit. And millions of us have. Millions. I mean millions. I ain't talking about 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. I'm not talking about 6 million. I'm talking about you can quadruple that. Have had enough of this bullshit. Now, we still have idiots running around because of the circle and the tight circle of the deviants and everything else going on. I don't have hate, man. I mean, married in my family, and I know two of my uncles, so I mean, so it's not a big, it's no hate, but the bullshit's going to stop. Now, a lot of them just don't know how to stop it. You dig what I'm saying? Hold on. Let this actress continue her little whatever.
Yeah, it's abhorrent behavior. I hope he gets help. I hope his children get help from him. Wow, it's terrible. Yeah, it's been it's caused a ton of reaction. And if we aren't reacting, who are we? Yeah.
Okay, I want to pull something up. Yeah, who are you? You're nobody. I'm surprised they didn't know of you. Sadly, I don't advocate for that. But you remember Vietnam and all that kind of stuff. She was an actress of doing that. A crisis actor, if you want to know. The out of Africa hypothesis. Oh, let's get to this now. Hold on. I mean, I know a lot of y'all know it, but I just want to get the name right, if y'all don't mind. This is one of them. Oh, Franz Weidenreich was a Jewish German anatomist and physical anthropologist who studied evolution. New York, from Eindhoven, Germany. Now, I just watched the German rabbi, and I'm gonna see if I can pull him up. Let me put this up there. He's one. Hold on. We got the right one. I didn't have to sit up there and do all this stuff and pull everything down, so I'll take my time with it. I got to look for certain things, see if I can pull it up. Let me see. They might have took him down because he was something else. Is this it?
This program is
All that. Herman P. and Sophia Tubman. Let's see what he says. They turned the comments off. I think this might not be it.
This evening, I'm going to talk about chosenness, and we already know the answer to the question, and that is, of course, we. are the real chosen people. If you happen to be Jewish, or if you happen to be Christian, or if you happen to be Muslim, there is some aspect of that in our sense of who we are as religious people. But I'm not going to talk about it in that way. I'm going to actually tell you 3 stories, give you 3 narratives, and then I'm going to read a piece of the book. You all have the handouts, right? You have the texts. Anybody doesn't have a text, raise your hand. Anybody? Everybody? Pretty much everybody has one. There are a couple people maybe.
No, it's not him.
Become a sustaining member of the Covenant and purchase 10 ounces a month with Joy today.
Road form. I'd like to take this opportunity to mention that on November 16, Sarah Holtz, who's a former Fortune 500 VP, who's coached thousands of women, is going to be speaking on career lessons from 100 successful women.
No, that's not. No, it's going to go into it, but it's a whole long thing, and I ain't going to have y'all hold y'all for 5 hours to find it. They might have removed it. Which one stand, two will fall, and they can't revitalize them either.
Believe they are, such as these local
see if they be so. It is amount of evidence that I'll put up on the screen right here versus below, and you can do your due diligence and research these things out to see if they be so. It is very important that you understand who the true Hebrews are, because that end time prophecy, lots of it surround these individuals. I am a Gentile. I know exactly who I am, but it seems to be the one group of people in the world that have been, by the rest of the world, tried to be dumbed down to the fact or completely erase their history from history, is the African American people, so-called, that are scattered throughout the nations. Now, please understand that not every single black person.
We're the only ones scattered throughout the nation.
But it is those that are under the curse of Deuteronomy 28. And you'll be able to tell by the time that I'm done.
And I ain't no Hebrew, Dragon Ball Z motherfucker. I ain't.
So let's begin. Which are an ancient Israelite exiles. Now, this is, for the most part, the general consensus of the largest people in Africa. You do have different groups like that in Uganda, who aren't saying they're from the lost tribes, but joining the people of Israel in a large amounts of numbers. One other location I'd like to, actually, before I go to this other location, what's fascinating is, which I speak about, is the transatlantic slave trade. A large percentage of it actually came from Igbo territory. So these Igbo today in Nigeria were practicing Jews, numbering the 40 million people, with customs, traditions, and circumcision on the 8th day, were the same exact people brought to the Americas on the transatlantic slave trade. Now, someone goes to Times Square in New York today, you'll see, African Americans dressed in Israelite outfits and yelling at people saying, "You're not the real Jews, we're the real Jews." And so most people say, "Well, you guys are cool. You just made this whole thing up. You made up a religion and an identity." Actually, no, they are blood descendants, most likely, of the people who from Israel were brought from Africa to America. So it's very fascinating. But what they need is,
he has to clean it up. He has to keep the same narrative.
14 verses are talking about God is telling the Israelites, okay, if you keep my
They
commandments,
damn sure don't want us to be from this land.
the remaining verses he's telling them, if you don't keep my commandments.
Now, the first gentleman Jew, right? He knows the so-called African Americans. He knows who we are. He knows we're not from over in Africa. We're spread all throughout the world, and not because of some transatlantic bullshit. When they came here and took Indians to Spain, France, and England, after they murdered most of the Negroes there and brought them here to fight us, they started usurping them, put them in oppositions. They took us everywhere. Well, where's the Mongolians in Europe, France, and, in Germany? Where they at? Where they at in over in Africa? Where they at? See, they have to use it out of Africa because they know they had Spain, the Mongols who came here, all right, to help destroy the Tartarian, the true ruler, the princes we were, and the princes and princesses, the kings and queens. Yeah, I have to go back and utilize that word. They had to.
Then this is what will happen. I want to read chapter 28 and verse 68. It says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." Now, if you were to get a globe and you were to look at where the Hebrew Israelites were at, they would not need a ship to get to Egypt. So God was obviously talking about something else. He wasn't talking about,
because it's all over here, as it was everywhere.
The physical land.
If they got to make Egypt, that big Egypt over there, the main place, then that means they get to dismiss Tartaria. They get to dismiss and keep the lies, the truth of the custodians and everybody else hidden. But the Anunnakis are written on the wall. So they play around with that mysticism and make sure that most of their people are ignorant to that fact. Keep paying attention, because y'all know this is what I'm into.
Egypt. If you look in Exodus 13:3 and Deuteronomy 20 and verse 2, it refers to Egypt as a house of bondage. Now, I want to show you something, and I know everybody has seen this. I've saw it a million times, but never paid any attention and never really thought twice about it. But on the back of the dollar bill, there's a pyramid. Now, pyramids are...
You know what they ain't going to show you is on the $20 bill is the nigga in the light hanging. Get a magnifying glass. Look at the $20 bill where the light is. It's a box with a nigga hanging in it. If you got a $20 bill, get a magnifying glass and look. When I say nigga, you know what I mean. I'm just implicating the mentality.
Notorious with Egypt. I mean, you say pyramid, that's automatically what you think of is Egypt. So why would the United States of America put a pyramid on the back of their dollar bill? Now, with the word Egypt meaning house of bondage, God was obviously telling the Israelites, hey, I'm going to put you back into slavery. Now, the only race of people that were brought over on ships and sold as bondmen and bondwomen, which are slaves, are the so-called African Americans. That's the term that the white man has given them. Now, like I said before, if after you do this research, which I don't expect you to take anything that I'm telling you, look it up for yourself, do the research. That's what I did. Anytime I was shown a scripture, shown something in a book, I'd look it up myself and do the same thing. And if at the end of that, you still can't see it, then I really don't know what else to say. But I want the Black Hebrew Israelites, I'm trying to help to get them woke up and to see the rich heritage that they really have. And what a blessing to be one of God's chosen people. I mean, honestly, I give my left.
Now, one thing I'm not going to do is we're not going to push the narrative. We're going to look at the key points. Okay. You're still going to have certain Negroes, niggerettes, who are going to be very dismissive because in their young adolescent minds, they're half-lit light of the spirit. They think they know everything, and 99.9% of the ones I've been listening to are not very educated in none of it. I'm not talking about these IUCK and UPC. Well, I'm not talking about these people. They haven't even woke up. Some have. But they're still holding on to the mainstream of an ideology pushed by the same people that created the Hebrew Israelite movement, the Islam movement, the Christian movement. Master Farad had 40 different aliases. He was running around in Harlem, in Detroit, in Chicago, pushing all these narratives. Why is it that nobody's paid attention to that? Because he wanted to make us religious. He wanted to make us religious. Do I need to quote Frederick Douglass's quote again and explain what libels and everything else mean? Because, see, they have been giving a fake privilege, and they don't even know who they truly are. Most of the pale skins, majority, mostly everybody. They acclimate to whatever they're given based under the construct of the system that's been pushed, this education system, this classification system, this color system, this land grab system. And why do they need us separated from this land? Because this is the original land with the original people. And as the Franciscan letters, I attempted to look on Google and you can't find it no more. I couldn't find it for over a year. Where it says, and I forget the guy's name, the French Jesuit, who says when he came here, he says he came amongst the most righteous people he had ever seen in his life. Now I'm gonna look for it again, and I'll bring it up. Well, I'll bring it up on the next open mic. I'm gonna dig deep for it. Do I have paperwork? I don't know. I had to go through all them boxes in my shed. I may have had paper and wrote down because I write a lot of information down. But the thing is, most people are so stuck in religion. Let me bring my brother on here, Rondo. Yo, Halito, brother. My apologies. You already know, man. I knew you chat. My apologies again.
No
and
problem.
yeah. But yeah, that Franciscan letter, I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna read the whole letter to you. And it's all in old English writing, even though it's French. But you saw what I read earlier about France, Germany, Russia, and all that. That there was an old dynamic way of writing. And even though it's written in English, it's an old freaking English. So some words are weird in the way they talk. I'll look for it. I'll go to DuckDuckGo and the two other sites that I have when I get my laptop back and see if I can find that Jesuit letter, and I'll put a post up. The thing is, there's a whole lot more here. This thing goes on for an hour and 28 minutes. If y'all want to listen to it, it's I'll show you who it's by. That way you can go to it for yourself. This is Emory Kennedy. Remember I said John F. Kennedy was an Irish Jew? Trust me when I tell you these things. This is on his page. Okay? His page right here. Take a screenshot, whatever you got to do. Doesn't matter. All right? Hope I held that up long enough. And let me see what's up. Okay. And I'm gonna play a little bit more. And like I was saying, in order to keep a lie going, and even though there's people who want to tell the truth, like my two uncles told me, it was like, and even then women was quiet, because they're like fascists in mentality, man over woman shit. We don't do that. And they were like, no, y'all are chosen people. We know, you're from here, and this y'all's land had more than enough, cities on top of cities. I mean, this is the reality of what I had to listen to. But I'm gonna let you listen to some more of this, and because Emory Kennedy, he's kind of one of those black Hebrew motherfuckers. I don't get into that. I don't dismiss him, but I don't really have a patience for like even those people that want to be Moors, and it's like, what were you before you was a Moor? But they don't know nothing about Tartary or anything. Not attempting to incorporate that stuff I've been talking about well over 4 decades now, and it's kind of funny when I watch it. So let's go ahead and play a little bit more of this.
To be one of God's chosen people.
It's said that once you've been to Africa, the continent is locked in your heart forever. The deep cultural heritage is unmistakable and unchanging. The same can be said for the Middle East, where the people of Israel have passed down their traditions for centuries. But the Limba are something completely different. This tribe, who live in Zimbabwe and South Africa, claim they are direct descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel. Is it possible they are who they say they are? Astonishingly, the facts support their miraculous oral tradition. When the nation of Israel was formally reestablished in 1948, there was the hope by some that Jews everywhere would become unified once again. After all, God is faithful to his promises to the people of Israel, specifically. I will watch over and care for Israel, and I will bring them back here again. I will build them up and not tear them down. I will plant them and not uproot them. Inspired by this prophetic promise of God, a great pilgrimage began, a journey made by Jews across the globe to mend a fracturing of people that occurred centuries ago.
Camille,
In the 8th century BC, as noted by historians and the Bible in 1 Kings, the Assyrian Empire conquered the northern kingdom of Israel, captured.
I want to say something right quick, right? I asked y'all earlier, those who came on, and if you watched my live, I asked you to look at everything biblical. Because, see, I've been through the Gibraltar, I've been through the Nile over there, and only found 4 points. Now, in the Bible, it says there were 7 points of the river, and that's only in the Mississippi. That's the only place where I found it. I know if the ark was made of gopher wood, the only place it grew in our whole earth was here in America. And I told you, I hope some of the old women who were curators for the last 280 something trees of gopher wood in 1994, while I was stationed in Jacksonville, Florida. Every place I told you that you would find in the so-called biblical that they show around Palestine and places, look at America. And I said between Nebraska and Utah, all the way down to South America and up. Put them names in, all in different places, and watch where you pull up. And they're all on the highest mountain peaks, this, that, Masada. Put Masada and look for it in America. It has a different name. You got to use your head, y'all. It's all right here. And that's not fake. And they're digging out in the Grand Canyon. And you have blackbirds and all them things flying out with no designation, flying all through there low. And if you go to a certain point hiking, you'll see military special operators tell you can't go this way on your own goddamn land. Why? You'd be surprised. No, we're gonna let this play a little longer, and then we'll try to
disperse them over Assyrian territory. Historians say some were killed, many were blended into other cultures, and others fled. Thus began the tradition of the lost tribes of Israel. Limba oral tradition, passed on through generations, says they came from the rabbinical tribe, the Levites. The Limba say they fled their original home and traveled to Senna in modern-day Yemen, where they became traders and craftsmen until they were forced to escape war or natural disaster. This drove the Limba across the Red Sea to Africa. During their journey down the African continent, tradition says the Limba built great cities of stone.
Now, I have to go on again. Now, you know what I've been teaching you about the terrorists. The Anunnaki helping us build it to stave off and fight off certain invaders. They didn't want no part to do with the custodian. Now, you know I'm reading the Custodians of Time, and I'm also reading Flatlantis. And the fact that even in the Navy, we knew by looking through Saxons, I could see well over 400 miles in one direction. Yet they wanted us to leave every 6 miles. The Earth drops an ancient soul, right? For courage. But there was no courage. I learned how to fly Cessna. I said, keep it straight, James. Stay within the, that's what I did. So when do I compensate for courage? Just fly straight, Mr. Branch. Okay. Young buck, in my 20s, paying the $75 every weekend to go and take the class, go up, buddies fly. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to know how to fly, It's amazing. Even diving. There's certain places you just can't dive. You're not allowed to. Why? You might see a road. You might see something amazing. Unless you're established as a Mason, a Freemason, and you're in that network to go find things. And if you're not in that network, you can't go in certain places. It's funny how you are hampered from going to certain places on your own earth. And why would that have to be? If it wasn't for keeping secrets. People don't want to believe in the emerald tablets. They're real. Got to see them myself. When I went and saw the Shaolin Temple, right? And I saw all these dark-skinned monks, and I saw the pale ones. I said, why is this? And the guy said, oh, the French were scraping the patina off. Freemasons again. Because they wanted our history to be erased from all lands. The Anu Islands, when I talked about the Hatter people who traveled around the world, and then they got stuck because of the incursion of these wars by these brutes, killing off the royalties around the earth, our earth. Okay? This is the last place they sacked. You know that, right? I've expressed this for numerous years. I've read it all over the place. And when I was here reading it, it's so broken up and so lost all over the place. You have to literally dig through like 20, 30 different books to be able to put something together. I appreciate it, but I'm not coming to you live. But anyway, right? And a lot of people have a hard time gathering this information because you got so many people hard against religion. I have no problem. If you're going to practice your religion, practice it to its fullest. But I know that religion is a dichotomy of something that's a perversion. When I said that the Bible didn't exist before King James left and they murdered him and came back 75 years later, and it was in the form of Algonquin, the original Bible. What's the narrative these GEWs painted? Who published it? They said, oh, it was transliterated from English to Algonquin for y'all, but it's not the same story for those of us who have read it. So how did it go from the story of us to all of a sudden this 20-something, how many revisions now? I don't keep up with it, but there's a lot of revisions. And every one of them have changed. Even the story of Ham, the progenitor of dark races. It now no longer says, but not the Negro. They keep changing it. But why they don't want to teach history and cursive and this, that, and other? Because see, the next generation of children, they want them done. They want to make sure they can indoctrinate them well once we are all dispersed. Why is nobody paying attention to this? And they are always crying about the Holocaust. Anti-Semitic, which is a very vile thing to say, but we can run around saying niggas, fix this, that, and the other. As if they would stand up and say, don't say that, that's not right. We need not just the Anti-Defamation League, my ass. Southern Witchcraft, all of it is woke. Black Caucus, all of it is no good. Those are gatekeepers for the lies, the boule. But nobody wants to hear that. And who is behind the boule? Who was on the Pan-American before the Pan-African came out of nowhere? What were the roles Master Farad played? I hate saying master, but that's how most of y'all know him. Before he just upright disappeared. He said he got locked up. Do the research. Let's get back into some more of this.
This is where science comes in.
Oh, they're going to the science.
The existence of these cities. In addition, at these stone city sites, many artifacts have been discovered. These facts are a direct tie to the oral tradition handed down by generations of Limba.
I want y'all to look over in Africa, and I want you to look over there because there was a lot of Tartarian buildings, and some of the stuff still stands. A lot of it buried. I want you to look into this. So what he's saying is to fit their narrative to keep them in this fake place, this pedestal. Check it out for yourselves, man. Do the research. It's not complicated. I talk about it all the time.
Tribes all over Africa have kept their traditions and customs, but the Limba are like no other tribe. Strict adherence to Jewish customs have been watched over by Limba rabbis.
Thought it was the Igbo.
Despite losing their original Torah on the journey from Israel to Zimbabwe, all oral teachings and traditions have been maintained. The same kind of oral teaching described in the Old Testament. Dietary laws, including kosher standards and restrictions on meat, are obeyed. Circumcision. Intermarriage has been strictly forbidden to preserve the culture and bloodline. Traditional rabbinical clothing is worn. In a place thousands of miles away from Israel, detached from all Jewish culture, these African Jews who call themselves original Hebrews are committed to their way of life that has been passed down generation to generation. Eventually, DNA testing advanced to the point where the Limba's claims could be put to the scientific test. University of London scholar Dr. Tudor Parfit swabbed a cross-section of...
I'm not going to keep going through all that half bullshit, half cockamamie. First of all, Ham, the progenitor of the dark race, Syrian, Ethiopians, blah, 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 except for the Negro. Ham was the middle child. Shem was the older child. Japheth was the youngest child. Japheth was supposedly not the progenitor of the dark races, supposedly, right? Shem. So who were the children of Shem? Because Gomer, it says Ashkenaz. So if Ashkenaz from Gomer, and Gomer's from Japheth, they're Gentile. So how does that get mixed up in translation? What is the relationship between the Jew and the Negro? Why is it that nobody wants to listen to the truth or listen to their narrative? Don't they say the winner always writes the narrative? Who is the winner? How did they become the winner? Through sacrilege. First, by contact. Why is it that Christopher Columbus, they all knew who we were. The world, we knew that during the starving times. We took on canoes, which the word water comes from, water, all right, because there's no such thing. We don't have no such word for the liquid. We have no such word. Would take, and that's how close we are. We're connected. Would take grains and pumpkins and all that, water, all kind of fruits and seeds to everyone that was during the starving times. Post-reset. That was well documented. It's hard to find that information anymore. Hey, Sarada, why is it that nobody wants to listen to this stuff? Because the system created by David Rockefeller and the CIA has indoctrinated people, and then the turmoils of drug and everything else. What in the 60s? What happened with the welfare system? The thing that allowed Palestinians to go and buy all these little nuclear so-called families, just lots of land and everything else, push us off after they built dams and flooded our people without warning, murdered, blew up. No, we fought back. Don't get it twisted. The real Holocaust. They have to subjugate. When I say everything is backwards, reverse, upside down, inverted, that is what everything is. And so you start seeing things as that. You will not see it the way it's supposed to be seen. The truth. You'll still subjugate yourself to the damn lie. There's a whole lot of videos, y'all. Y'all can Google this stuff and listen to it, or you can YouTube. There's information all over. Many pale skins, many other people were telling you who you are, but they're holding on to other false narratives. You know what I'm talking about, Rondo?
Yes, sir, I do. She had to add in when she was talking. I noticed she added in coming over here on slave ships, at the bottom of slave ships and stuff like that. They had to twist it in, thread it in with the lie.
Yeah, because they got to keep the narrative, even though they believe they're doing something that is righteous by being honest all of a sudden, but they're still being dismissed by a lot of the peers and the fake rabbis, the ones that I always ask people, when was the Talmud created? The Talmud. And it's a perversion. It's a sickness. You know? Nobody wants to talk about the Russians and the relationship between the rabbis and Netanyahu and what the rabbis would say to him, and sometimes on a hot mic.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to go and Google or research that stuff and go, what are you talking about? Use your head for once. Put in that top rabbi talking to Netanyahu, going back about 10 years. Go and see what was said. That's all you got to do. You know, how about Biden walking across the stage when he was running for president? He's old anyway, right? And the reporter goes up and says, do you support Zionism? How do you feel about Zionism? Yeah. And he said, I'm a proud Zionist. Why is it people have a hard time? They're afflicted with this. Why is it that it was known that when Trump was going through that so-called, what is it called? The bank thing, that many rabbis were known to say, let's make him president. Why is that people have a hard time connecting all the families going back to the Rothschilds and before that? All the word Rothschild means is red from a banner. A name they stole. Go and read about their ancestral father who incorporated them to do the things to create wars and to create a monetary system, and then the Federal Reserve and the people that died who was against it. Are y'all aware that the Titanic didn't sink? It was the other ship, and there were 3 people on it that didn't want nothing to do with the Federal Reserve, and they disappeared. It didn't matter about the other casualties. Not one Negro made it off of that damn boat. Why is it that they don't speak about that? But they give you Leonardo, whatever. You know who I'm talking about. I hate saying their name sometimes. And they got them sitting up on the boat flying, like everything was just lovely. And then he sinks under the water frozen and she survives. And what is it called? The Ruby or whatever? Man, they know how to paint a narrative. And in all the movies made by Zionist Hollywood about the Bible has what faces in it?
Theirs.
To paint what narrative? Because if anybody knew the story, the history that I told them about the 1800s and the exchange of words before the World's Fair, and then the Reconstruction era when the full handover was made, because James Stewart, It's a Wonderful Life, made the statement in 1945. Why I got it? Because the brother who was on Sanford and Son, who was the cop with the goofy pale skin, right? They wanted to bring him into the movie, and he says, "Why I gotta let Negroes in some?" Oh, I'm coming, brother. Hold on. Hold on right there, brother. Hey, how's it working?
Yeah, it should be running a lot.
Yeah, a lot. I appreciate it, man.
Let me see here. Yeah, there's some notes in there for you.
Yeah. Oh, I appreciate it. Okay.
Yeah, that was in there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's my fault.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, if it's not running a lot faster, let me know. But yeah, it was just kind of like going up a lot of viruses, a lot of
viruses. See, that's what I'm talking about. And I've got a lot of forced updates that I don't know nothing about. Even sending into my Microsoft.
Usually, I mean, like personally, I don't have issues with like Microsoft subsidies.
Right.
But
with Facebook, Hulu,
oh yeah,
and all
like
that other
every
stuff.
other program.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those that's the other thing is like startup programs.
Right.
Basically, yeah, when they try to like
Yard
automatically
stream,
upload,
and all that stuff.
yeah, when all that stuff tries to like update, it sucks up a lot of power at the beginning of your computer.
Yeah, that's on my battery. I ordered a new battery for this. I actually found one. So
yeah, not really like yeah, maybe I shouldn't say power. It's more just like memory. Basically.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like it tries to like load all those memory,
Right.
and like when you start.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so it should be a lot better now.
Brother, I appreciate that.
Dude, it was really good. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some more. Don't worry, I'm going Tuesday, brother. Same stuff. All right, bro. My apologies. My apologies. I'll be on that next time. Sorry about that. So, anywho, like I was saying, a lot of people don't want to know that stuff. People don't want to have that. You will leave and respect, love and respect. Let's go and put that up. 2 days once more. Yeah, I was saying I didn't want to say your name, and I want to send my condolences. All right, sis. I believe everybody feels the same way. You know what I'm saying? See that, Lamar Jr. And I respect that so much. You know what I'm saying? My boy Caramel. We got a lot of people in here. I respect that. I appreciate all of you so much. I really do. Let me go ahead and take this. I gotta take this pill, y'all. I'm weaning off of them. Don't worry. But it sucks. Anyway, we have a world full of history, and it's all right here. And they want us to focus elsewhere. All right, let's just go pick it up from there. They want us to focus elsewhere. And I'm grateful that so many people have been saying what they have been saying. The problem is they haven't been getting the support because it's a system. We're not part of that system. All they can do is threaten us and we're going to close your account and all. So what? We're still going to talk. We're talking everywhere. We're going to talk and we need to keep talking. But there's a way to do it. We don't have to be obscure and nasty. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you this, and you might not like it, but there are a lot of them who, though they went back, they were married in our families, and they all are homage pies, a mixture. And I think the purpose was for that. Because I know a bunch of them in New York and Delaware who claim Indian heritage. And then when I say, can I see your pictures? And they show me their great grandma. Okay, that's a Negro. And they look at me like, I'm like, yeah. I see the hair is all nice and straight, processed, whatever, conked, whatever. But that's a Negro, dark as hell. And, Alabama, Virginia, the Carolinas, Florida. I'm sitting there going, okay, Louisiana, and it's every time. I don't see not one mongrel Indian in any of my ass-see pictures because they keep a wealth of their damn pictures. Do yourself a favor. You meet one, say, hey, can I see some of your family pictures? And if they ever show you something and you don't see no grandma, no grandpa, say, well, where's your great grandma, your great grandpa? They might say this, well, we don't have those pictures. They'll lie. They keep them all for posterity. So I see there's a lot of people beating that dead trail on Kanye and Irvin and all that. And there's other ones. Those are the two right now in the spotlight. And Kanye is still standing his ground, but he a little wayward. He felt the sting. Like, who was that comedian? Cat Williams, who said he had to sting him a few times. Irvin, he's staying on his P's and Q's. He don't care. He's gonna study. He knows. He believes. All right. The problem is, where the confusion comes? All these people want to claim Moors, and all these people want to claim out of Africa, and this, that, and the other. It's not just a disservice; it's a disrespect to the ancestors, and that's what keeps the circle of lies so continuous. Why do people want to be part of something that's not truly part of who they are? I got a brother, right? He calls himself Mansa Musa. If he knew the truth of the history of Mansa Musa, he would stop that Africa out of Africa shit. If he knew the truth of Mansa Musa, he would stop. But see, I'm not going to tell him because he got to hear a little bit of what I got to hear, though they always took the oldest and made sure he knew a whole lot more. That was confusing. I used to get whoopings smacked in the mouth. I'm an Indian, I'm an Indian. Pow, what? Shut your mouth up. Because there was a lot of fear, because if you got to witness a lynching, and on them lynching trees down south in Alabama, there were many pale skins hung right beside us. Why? Well, as I showed people on Facebook, I put up YouTube, and I want y'all to Google it, pale skins whose birth certificates and their license and everything say Negro or black. Pull it up. I've shared it. It's still on YouTube. You might find one or two now, but there was a whole bunch of them. I share it all the time. People go, oh, that's just, oh, but it's real. Go and visit. If you live there, go and visit the community. Real history. And I said, you always see us, look at the brother that made the 100 years, look at the individuals that put together the 100 years of lynching. Then go and look up the real pictures and you see the tree, they ain't, the part of the tree they ain't show you in the same yard with them Spaniards and them pale skins hanging from the same goddamn trees. Now, the worst thing they did was they burned a lot of our people. They were picking any, what they call it, barbecue or whatever. Took knuckles and toes and kneecaps and shit and pickled it as a souvenir. And these are people who weren't even born here, just got off the damn boat. Because see, when the so-called North, so-called fought the South, the people that's getting off the boat, they ain't have nothing to do with the fighting. They let them come right, moving all to our buildings and everything. And they had a plan. And one of the main plans was not only cutting down our giant trees, the remnants of the last of our giant trees, was also to start destroying all the old buildings of Tartaria on the land. As many as possible. And people don't want to believe that, but the ones that don't want to believe that never study. There's always the people that never studied anything, never been nowhere, never been around the world and seen this stuff. I remember when I went to Cuba. And I said, well, damn, that capital bigger than the one we got. And in France, why do they all look alike? Germany, why do they all look alike? The Vatican ain't no damn church. Why do you think they're perverting it? They got the Satan wax model, and they got this thing they call Jesus coming out in the serpent's head that looked like, I don't know if he just came out of, I don't know what bodies look like they have. I don't know what that big bronze ugly thing is. And then all them bones underneath, that's the real royalty of that land that was murdered. Them not ancient bones. That's real history. Edinburgh, Scotland, when I went there to the castle, I always thought King James was out of England. He ruled out of Edinburgh, Scotland. He was a Negro, came here in the 1500s, stayed to 1511, went back. He was there for a few years and they murdered his ass. 75 years later, all of a sudden the Bible shows up and he had scribes write down our history because our ancestors knew we were going to fall. That's why the story of the pale wolf and the dog wolf is so important. The pale wolf is the younger brother, the dog wolf is the older brother. The pale wolf murdered the older wolf when Lilith, the mother, said, go talk to your brother, and your brother, the older brother, went to the younger brother, says, come, and I'll show you how to curate the ground, because he was lazy and destructive. And when his older brother turns his back, he murdered him and took over his fields. So the younger brother who? For the seed of what? Japhet. The older brother being who? Shem. Who was Ham? Being destroyed. See, we were all connected. People have a hard time dealing with that. How can one be so spiteful and so dangerous? Well, y'all know the story about the hill. One comes out, betrays the other, but it was meant for him in the first place, and goes and takes to the Father. It's amazing how people read all these Bibles and everything else and don't know nothing. But they had to have us looking out the window, not in the mirror. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, Ron. Yes. Anybody's welcome to come on the panel if you got another take on it. Just open mic. It's not about me being wrong or right. It's about us enlightening one another and having an open conversation. It's recorded, so if I got to go back and chop it up, I'll chop it up. Don't be afraid to come on in. The guest thing, I'll put another one in there. Yeah. Y'all seem to be like y'all nervous or something. I don't know what that nervousness is, but here it go again. All right? Come on in. Everybody welcome. I got paying all this goddamn money to sit up here and y'all see my face. Y'all don't need to see all this beauty. Shit, this handsomeness. Just a little. Who's that? Mass graves all over. Hey, West Side. Come on in, family. And this is what we're talking about, y'all. This is what we got to do. We need to communicate more. We need to talk more. I don't know everything. I'm a historian on a different level, right? It's no grander and no lesser. My boy Kira Mill, man, he got some history, bro. I used to go to sleep listening to him going, he right about that. And some things I used to question, but I love his work because he's a fluent in it. He does the research. So I kept telling people for a long time, check out the Gazette newspapers, go back to the 1800s and look at the buildings that are behind. When I talked about that one building that had established in a year, and they said, what does that mean? I said, that's when it was built. A building like that? I was like, if you'd be surprised at the buildings they kept. Go down to Soho. You got Terrarian buildings down there. They got everybody building, they believing they built the Empire State Building. All they did wasn't changed it. No, man. I'm gonna see if I still got that original picture of New York. And you're gonna be like, God damn, that place was bigger than what's now. Yes. They destroyed, they demoed so much because of the balance of like natural energy. They didn't want that. And who do you think was behind it? Seriously. Who do you think was behind that? This is open mic, man. It's open panel. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I'm about to go get me these garbanzo beans and cabbage. I got some of these veggie screaming hot garden potato chips because I don't like a lot of oil and stuff. I'm gonna have to put some of this Carolina Reaper hot sauce on these though, because they ain't hot enough.
I don't know how you do that.
Huh?
I don't know how you mess with that stuff.
Brother, I grew up eating spicy food, bro. I love hot shit. Ooh, a little too much. Damn. Ooh, coming no. It's in the back of my throat. Holy shit, I think I put too much. This stuff is good. Come on in. You see the thing right there? Come on in. I ain't gonna beg you to come on in. Everybody's got a voice. If you have an objection, come on in. Put your objective up. Why you object? Or why you feel different? It's not. We don't argue here. We carry ourselves with respect and moral subjugation. I'm gonna show you something else. When I was in Italy, and I told everybody that story about me and my boys, about 5 of us. One of the boys was Chicago. He was half melanated, indigenous, and half Italian. He spoke Italian pretty good. Woo! Italian pretty good. And it was a song playing from the Vatican. This is 1986, 87? Second World Cruise or First World? Anyway, they're playing that music. And I remember hearing something about Lucifer or something. And it was in the and I said, what the fuck are they singing about? I said, oh, they're singing Lucifer, the Morning Star, or some shit. Well, and right at that time, my boy tapped me on the shoulder. We looked down the street. Some old pasty ass pale, looked like she 150 years old, walked out to the corner with a black velour dress or whatever, lifted it up, squatted, looked like talcum powder ass and pissed right on the corner. Looked up at us, and her eyes were solid cold. I told you we were speed walking. You ever seen them speed walking? And they damn had no shorts on, look like they fruity. And shorts, we was walking like we was fruity as hell. We didn't want to run. We ain't want no, police. No, we ain't want to get caught. We just walking back. We done paid $20, $30 something. We walked away, brick oven pizza. And they make it as good over there. Boy, we ain't care. We got the hell up out there, got back to Fleet Landing. I'm talking about, oh God. This shit is hot. I'm talking about stepping. And I told you about the time I was conversating with this dude. And my boy saw what I saw, and he stepped off. I'm doing more. I'm attempting to say, all right, you have a good day. This motherfucker eyes, real quick, closed in, and regular. And it was like you almost didn't see it. And I was sitting there saying, I ain't drank nothing. I'm damn sure don't smoke nothing. And my boy, and he was gone. He was like half block, man. You have a good day, brother. Hauled ass right behind him. Now, what you leave me for, nigga? You see that nigga? He said, nigga, you see that nigga's eyes? I said, man, you saw it? Oh, man, we got to get fucking. We was hauling ass. People think it's a game. Oh, God. People think it's, oh, shit. People think it's a game. Yes, that's Carolina Reaper hot sauce, people. I love that shit. It's my third bottle. I got a case of it. His eyes closed like this. He was talking to me, and I don't think I was supposed to see it, and then went real quick. Closed, open. While he's talking. I don't even think he was aware of it. My boy didn't say shit. He just turned off, started walking real smooth and fast. Because I was like this, I turned around and walked away, and I was like, and homeboy was still talking. And I was like, yeah, you know, we're going to come back later tonight. All right, man. I didn't want to call him and like make anything aware. I just walked real quick, like smooth walking. You know what I'm saying? There's something ain't right with this world, bro. And look, we got to wake the fuck up and snap out of it. Make it right. If you've seen some weird shit, share it. Talk about it. Don't make up nothing. Do not make up nothing. If you really seen some shit or you was puzzled by it, talk about it. Somebody else may have seen it. You dig what I'm saying?
Seen the celestial bodies move.
Huh?
I've seen the celestial bodies move.
Oh, the topic is about the systems. We don't have to be part of any goddamn system they got. We have been indoctrinated to believe it. And how they manifest it? Reward. You can have this, you can have that, you can have an apartment, you can get a car, you can have a bank account, blah, blah, blah. But it's all a system to keep everybody. It's like if you don't partake in the system, then you can't have this stuff. Well, if we know who we are, what makes them believe that we have to, in numbers and voice, what makes them think that we gotta abide by their fucking system? We can go on any partial land and say we're gonna lay our heads right here. We don't give a fuck about what y'all doing. Leave us the fuck alone. And that's the reality. Excuse my language. But our people don't even know how to get up and walk away. They know how to walk away from one another. But to get away and walk away from the system, they're so deeply indoctrinated. It's unbelievable. And then you have these niggas telling people, well, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that, but they don't give them nothing in return. I am telling you that if you are a Christian or a Muslim, I don't believe in this shit, but I respect you if you're living it. Somebody please. Because you know the idiots are going to do their little thing. I'm blocking. Blocked. Oh, that's just sick. Because we're righteous people. Just because we wasn't righteous yesterday don't mean we can't be righteous today. Just because we didn't know yesterday don't mean we can't know today. And we have many brothers and sisters on this earth who don't look exactly like us. Why? Well, you got to think about the last 300-400 years. That's why. And if it was when I was pre-med, if I tell you that the documents, I believe it was 200 Pelicans born to melanated women every year. Now that don't sound like a lot. But we already know there's a bunch of Pelicans running around playing so-called fictional white status. Well, I served with people from Morocco and Africa. Bowling from South Africa. My boy, I ain't gonna say his name because he works in something. He does something, I can't say his name. He's from Morocco. On their visas and on their military rich card, on their which D214 has white. D214, whatever that, they had to have something that shows the status. And they were darker than me. In the Navy with me. But now mine was Indian white. I didn't change the status. I talk about my family heritage and history so much that the status applies. I don't give a fuck about it. It originally applied to us in the first place. Hey, Nelly Poet. Also Halloween, and yeah, she acting, and yeah, and playing her role. Yeah, exactly. You know what? It was funny when I was talking about that what's she Spanish woman with Marlon Brando playing like she was native. And I'm knocking my Spanish brothers, but she was not indigenous Aboriginal. I'm talking about not even married in. There are many who aren't, but there are a lot. That's why I love my mestizos. And I love those who know their heritage. These things are so hot, but they're so good. What's her name? Chet or something like that?
Not sure.
Huh?
I'm not sure you're talking about at the moment.
Oh, Marlon Brando didn't go and get his Oscar. He had a woman up there to represent because something was going on with the Native Americans, supposedly. So she went up there and took the Oscar and made a speech. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up. Because I don't say stuff like that because to me it's meaningless, but I'm going to see if I can pull it up right quick. But it's amazing how we have this nonsense. Let me put my music back on. How we have this nonsense going on, you know what I mean? And we just allow it. You know what I mean? We just allow it in ignorance. And ignorance is not a bad word. Okay, here we go. Okay. You can't make this stuff up, people. All right. Marlon Brando's Best Actor Oscar win for The Godfather. Sacheen Littlefeather. Okay. Now I'm gonna put her name in. I'm gonna put her name in. Hold on. This is funny. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Sacheen Littlefeather's sisters claim she is not Native American. Sacheen Littlefeather, another pretend Indian idolized by the left, exposed. And liberals are our West goddamn enemies. You know that? Activist Sacheen Littlefeather exposed by sisters for reported fraudulent Native American. Hey, what's going on, Matt V? Let me see. What you call it at? All right. In 1973, Marlon Brando sent a Native American actress, Sacheen Littlefeather, to reject his Best Actor Oscar for The Godfather. Instead, she offered a firm, passionate plea for better Hollywood representation of Native Americans. This is the switch off, because we know what spaghetti westerns did. But Brando and Littlefeather's story didn't begin there. 4 years earlier, both Littlefeather, I can play the damn thing, but you can pull it up because you know she also attacked John Wayne. So it's all like a big ass game. All right. Kevin Ward, Indian ancestral. All right. I don't know what's up. I can play all this stuff. Her sisters, and these people are going to be talking. All right. Here we go. She died. Dies as a American Animal Dead F-75. Okay. That was a month ago. And we'll get into the Black American National Anthem too, but let me pull this if I can pull this up. Oh, here we go. Let me see.
So just a little history for you today, for anybody who didn't know or didn't think they needed to know. This story actually does involve South Dakota. Sacheen Littlefeather is the woman who went to the Oscars in 1973 and refused the award on Marlon Brando's behalf at his request in protest to the ill treatment of Native American people. Brando and Littlefeather's affiliation with each other actually began about 4 years earlier when Native American protesters seized the island of Alcatraz and attempted to buy it for $24. That is what white colonizer settlers had purchased Native American land for. They ended up taking over the island for like 19 months. And that's when celebrities like Jane Fonda and even Creedence Clearwater Revival got involved, though they are not Native American themselves. Brando and Littlefeather actually did not meet in Alcatraz. She actually wrote him a letter, which he responded to about 12 months after it was sent to him. And that's when he asked her to decline the Oscar on his behalf. The clip itself is widely renowned for the outburst it caused.
And the reasons for this being.
So just a little history for you today, for anybody who didn't know or didn't think they needed to know. This story actually does involve South Dakota. Sasheen Littlefeather is the woman who went to the Oscars in 1973 and refused the award on Marlon Brando's behalf at his request.
No. Hold on. Yeah, okay, we know you'd be happy. Hold on, where's the damn thing at? Hold on. Excuse me, y'all. Oh, here we go.
In an explosive new interview, the sisters of Sasheen Littlefeather have claimed the late activist was a liar and a fraud, and not Native at all. Speaking separately to the San Francisco Chronicle, Trudy Orlandi and Rosalind Cruz shared that they are not ethnically Native American and that they identify as Spanish. Littlefeather, the sisters said, was born Marie Louise Cruz, but changed her name after rediscovering what she purportedly believed was her Native American heritage and becoming active in protests as a young woman. Orlandi said, "It's a lie. My father was who he was. His family came from Mexico, and my dad was born in Oxnard." Littlefeather, famously known for rejecting Marlon Brando's Best Actor award for The Godfather at the 1973 Academy Awards, passed away earlier this month. She died at the age of 75 when breast cancer metastasized in her lungs. Academy apologies to Sasheen Littlefeather nearly 50 years after rejecting an Oscar on Marlon Brando's behalf. Littlefeather was subjected to intense scrutiny for her actions on Brando's behalf and had shared in the past that the incident caused her to be blacklisted by Hollywood. Cruz said of her sister's actions, "It is a fraud," before adding, "It's disgusting to the heritage of the tribal people, and it's just insulting to my parents." Both women say they were not invited to the funeral. Their predominant issue with Littlefeather's accounts, they recalled, was her recollection of an abusive childhood. The sisters say it was difficult seeing her being venerated as a saint after her death, as they say their father, who Littlefeather claims was an abusive alcoholic, neither drank nor hurt them. They allege that Littlefeather's story of an abusive father was actually a tale inspired by their paternal grandfather. "My father was deaf and he had lost his hearing at 9 years old through meningitis," Cruz shared. "He was born into poverty. His father, George Cruz, was an alcoholic who was violent and used to beat him, and he was passed to foster homes and family. But my sister Sasheen took what happened to him." "You're not gonna be a Mexican-American princess," Orlandi remarked. "You're gonna be an American Indian princess." It was more prestigious to be an American Indian than it was to be Hispanic in her mind. Her younger sister said, Sasheen did not like herself. She didn't like being Mexican. So, yes, it was better for her that way to play someone else. "The best way that I could think of summing up my sister is that she created a fantasy. She lived in a fantasy, and she died in a fantasy." The interview's veracity is being called into question due to the interview being done with Native American journalist and activist Jacqueline Keeler. Keeler is known for co-creating the Not Your Mascot hashtag in 2013 for Deadline, which sparked the former NFL team known as the Washington Redskins to change their name. Keeler has also called together a public list of non-Native people who I or other Native American people suspect or prove to have manufactured their Native identities for personal gain. She calls that list Pretendians. A representative for the Oscars did not immediately return Fox News Digital's request for comment. Fox News Digital's Stephanie Nolasco contributed to this.
I want to play that, and you know why I'm doing that. I'm not spotting no hate because there's some Spanish mestizos are my relatives as far as I'm concerned. But there are some Spaniards. They came here based upon conquest and ended up staying because of certain wars. If you would research the history and know the wars, because the last mortals that came here were 1830 on the island of Cali. 1830, y'all, by way of the Vatican, because the pursuit was the land and our destruction, which was not going to happen. It was just too many of us, and many of our Spanish brothers sided with us. They had got tired of run errand wars. The ideology of being even Moors or brutes. They had grown tired of it. Yet, you know, if you promise somebody a handful of shekels when they don't have nothing, well, you know how that works out. There's a lot of Spanish brothers who got our bloodline in, and a lot of us who have their bloodline in us. And the problem is, that's what unites us. Besides the fact that we're on our earth, we're all related one way or the other. If we don't remove the blinds of ignorance, then we remain ignorant. We stay in a colorized ideology created by the so-called who we're talking about. All right, the system created by the so-called you know who, and we'll never remove that because we'll keep adding to it and being a perversion of it. Why be a perversion of something, some system somebody else created because your grandmamma and grandpapa forgot to tell you who you was? We don't have to sit here talking about we Indian. You remember it applied to the indigenous people and now applied to the word native applied to who now? The people who are getting off fucking boats? Why did they have a hard time? 1628, was it 1628 Webster Dictionary? Zoran, whatever the fuck. You know, Webster, not Zoran. Webster. So it applies to somebody else? Well, look, it don't apply to nobody but the motherfuckers of this land. So they can run around with the fake federal government. That's brand new, God damn it. You see, they don't even know how to do right, but they're part of their fucking agenda to eradicate and wipe out whomever and everybody. And if motherfuckers don't wait to snap up, well, then who's it on? Whose fault is it then? It seems like we're the first voices to actually start speaking up with a good handful of our other kinfolk, whether they be pale, yellow, whatever crayon color you want to believe. There's many of them, and I have no hate for them. I don't know what that is. I have empathy and nothing but love. I have no time for people's ignorance, their stupidity, their complaining, their border-like mind system where their gut feelings don't even coincide with. The fact that their heart don't even drive them in the right direction, but keeps them stuck in the quagmire of false depositions of ignorance. I can't do it. I know too many goddamn good people who are tired themselves of living a lie, even being persecuted by their own. That's what they claim. Yo, Grey Wolf landing. So you know what I'm saying? What are we going to do? Are we going to still just talk? I see nobody wants to come on and be part of the stream. My brother, you know, I love you, Rondo. He always come up on here. Everybody has a voice. Why are people afraid to share their voice? We've been on for an hour and 53 minutes. Do I got to go put on a wig and put some tatas and get a BBL or some shit? Huh? To entice motherfuckers to I'm just saying, man, it seems what to be a go-to. No, I'm just messing with y'all. But you know I'm gonna hit y'all hard. The thing is, everybody has a voice. It's not just my opinion or my little bit of knowledge. It's not the fact that I got things at my fingertip. We all have it. It's not the fact that I'm an orator of my family's history. And I travel the world. We are all part of this. This dynamic is a beautiful thing when you start coming up out of this goddamn chasm of eulogies of death. That's all we've been living. War. How many of y'all play games on your computers, on your phones? No, honestly. And then every time you go to play something or you do something, or you, for those of you that make a purchase, you get this little thing to get a little circle on it and it stars and everything. Every game is about shooting something, blowing, flying, and blowing up, fighting, and wizards and going gnolls and fucking just fighting. All it is fight. The programming is serious. How many of y'all have been tapping into that sound you hear in your ear? That how many of y'all have been meditating to increase it? See, the more you increase that, you know what you do? You block out the signal waves that you don't hear that's coming over to 4G and 5G. They started with the 1 and 2G. Now they've increased it with the 5G. I told you they tested that shit on us in 1985 and it's Naval Air Station Cecil Field. You can increase that by meditation and breathing. Spirit, remember I told you, that's your energy. They've been deadening us by poisoning the water with fluoride, fucking up a pineal gland, and a number of other glands in your body. Beryllium, lead, mercury, and a whole lot of other stuff that comes from things we would never put in our bodies willingly. The food, even the air. Are you aware though, even though there's gas and everything, it only goes so high? Why? Because the air does thin out a little. So it stays down here. It's all with intention. Why is it that nobody wants to pay attention to none of these things? We'll see. What'd you say, Mac? Was at the mall today. Could not believe how many immigrants and foreigners were there. How you come from a broke country and balling all over in USA? Exactly. But see, now you see what it is, the agenda for what it really is. Why is it all of a sudden everybody that call you from certain places, these upper Ethiopians who call themselves Hindus, and somewhere around the 1900s they decided to call them Indians to remove the vernacular from us? Why is that they don't pay attention? And was it the 1990s, the 80s when they broke off and became Pakistan and India? But they're all Ethiopian. All this religion consort. It's all with a purpose. But all of a sudden now you see them everywhere in the hospitals, phone centers. They started with the gas stations, the 7 goddamn 11s. But nobody want to talk about that. Platinum Gold, salute. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, Serrata, what was that? What is it? Oh, I didn't even see that. You know, you got all love for me. You know that. Come on now. But check this out. We allowed this shit to happen. We allowed it. I remember going to get my nails done one day. I was like, couldn't get all the grease out, all the shit we did in the military, working with that. Like a week of just work. My wife's like, go get some petition. I went to the nail salon, and it was all sisters. And years later, I went to that same nail salon. There's Chinese, and they couldn't even speak English. It's not hate. This is the truth, because we have enough Chinese here who have been here for generations who speak very good English. But they won't do that work. So what's going on? Then what they do? They went from living hair to synthetic hair. And sisters putting that shit in their hair thinking it's all right. No, it lowers your frequency. It lowers your energy, your consummation. They've already chemically fucked you up. But now here you is. You're doing more. You're walking around. All my clothes are cotton. Cotton. My drawers, if I'm wearing them, I ain't wearing them right now. Cotton. Socks. Cotton. Most of them are walking around with moccasins, barefoot, or Chinese slippers. And I'm talking about material bottom. V-necks. You know I'm a kung fu motherfucker. Oh, I wear my boxing shoes. Yes, I got a whole bunch of my boxing shoes. Why? Because I don't want that rubber cutting me off from Mama Earth. It's enough that I'm sitting in a house with a concrete floor. We got radon always coming through it. And then you wonder what's wrong with your knees, your hip, your back, your neck. And then you look at what you eat. You know what I do? Because sometimes I still eat meat. And right now I got some salmon and some whitings over there. Baked with some cabbage, garbanzo beans, and red kale and red onion. No garlic. I stopped eating garlic, right? And parsley. Waiting for me, right? I ate in the morning, I do a smoothie. I have dandelion tea, or I have lavender tea, or I have hibiscus. They're in the cupboard, no, they're in the fridge that I made tinctured, and a little bit of CBD oil. I've got like 6 different ones. One of them I got to get rid of because it don't do me right. And then for lunch, I have, besides the fruit and stuff, for lunch, I have a big old salad. I might put some sardines on that motherfucker. And sometimes for dinner, I don't eat shit. But when I want it, I have some fish with a whole lot of greens and jasmine rice. Or wild rice. And I want the whole thing. I don't want nothing, and why? It's doing my body better. And then there are days when I don't eat shit. I just sip water. For me, I got to sip water because of the medication. I got to wean myself off. I have to. Because I cramp. It pushes my potassium out my body. So I have to compensate for the heavy metal that they gave me, that they shouldn't have gave me no more than 6 weeks that I've been on for almost 16 years. See, that's the government for it. You see where they just made this thing, the system. Okay, we're going to allow opiates again. I guess enough people didn't fucking die. I don't know. I'm a veteran. I look at it from, veterans, there's thousands of us, we communicate, we conversate about these things. I'm not saying y'all do. I'm just saying what we do. This is what we do. So I'm being honest here. And I know there's hundreds and thousands more, if not millions more veterans who have these conversations. We're looking at our brothers who committed suicide, our sisters, because the things they've done or seen. They couldn't get beyond it. and the so-called meds, psychotropics were pushing them farther into a deeper abyss. They would do things around the yard and call the cops and, you know, suicide by cop because they didn't want to shoot themselves. No, this is real stuff. Every 22 fucking minutes, man. Veteran committing suicide, bro. You think that's normal? You know how many homeless ones there were? Skid Row was started by veterans. Philly too. Homeless. Didn't know who to talk to, didn't have nowhere, no outlet, nowhere to go to. Did some of the worst things, seen some of the worst things. Unnatural. Pawns in a system. So how do we come up out of the system? Appreciate you, sister. Brother, I hope so. I'd rather bring some of y'all and let y'all spit a little, you know, I want to do some smoke screens, man. You know what I'm saying? Smoke and mirrors. I'd rather hear some of y'all speak some stuff, man. Shoot. But I mean, I could do this all day because it's just so much. No, like I said, I don't want to be vehement and venerate all this negativity. There's so much going on. Somebody asked me today when I went to the government, "You're red. I saw your post, man. You don't like gays." I said, I don't, listen to me, I don't stand with that shit. But I don't believe in hurting the motherfucker. I don't believe in hurting nobody. I don't believe in that shit because I have a clear understanding about it. I said, "What, you gay, nigga?" He said, no, I got some family members. Okay, that's your family members. Do I know them? What's wrong with you, man? I said, I lay my life down for anybody that's being hunted, sought after, to be murdered, killed, or harmed in any way. But don't get it fucked up. I don't stand with this shit that's going on. It's a perversion, because when you start bringing the kids in, you lost me. Even Flame Monroe, because I like comedy, with his old, you know, he raised his children like a man. And he be damned, you know what I'm saying, if that happens to them. And he don't stand with this stuff. You see in Texas and California what they doing with these children? These motherfucking goofy ass living women going and adopting these children, and they going ahead and having sex changes. What kind of shit is that? I remember when the brother came and talked about the soy and all that other stuff, and all of a sudden now it's in everything. When have you seen soy and fucking cornbread and mayonnaise oil? Listen to me, it only takes olive oil and eggs. Why are they putting everything? Because they need everybody at least be thinking, dude walking around talking about, oh man, he got on great sweatpants. When I saw that on TikTok, I said, you got to be kidding. The brother wasn't telling a lie, and here we supposed to be quiet? What makes people think we're going to be quiet about that on our soil? And who you think's in control of all that narrative? So my kids, hey, respect. Salute everybody. What makes you think we're going to stand by and be like, yeah, they just thought, oh, we got it locked down. No, they ain't got shit locked down. They can shut down all these platforms. They ain't going to stop nobody from talking. Nobody. When we talk, we put our phones away. We roll our windows up so they can't listen to the radio. They better be somebody way far away with a good boom mic. Because if we see somebody that look like they're out of space and out of place, we're going to walk down. We're going to be like, yo, what's good? Yeah, and we all strapped like a motherfucker too, so we don't play that. You dig what I'm saying? These are systems, people. Who remembers before the post office and the hospitals and everything became a corporation? I remember this being a hospital. Banks, I don't remember seeing a corporation on that. There's somewhere, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years ago, some corporations started coming out. U.S. Postal Service was a corporation. I was like, wait. What all this stuff? What? I ain't grow up seeing all this. Everything was a corporation. Bank Corp of America. Susquehanna Corporation. Chase Manhattan Corporation. Bilderberg Group is a corporation. That's a group. I don't want to see that. All these things all of a sudden incorporated, and now people can be incorporated. What kind of shit stain is we living? I'm just asking, man. Anybody else pay attention to see this stuff, man? Somebody else talk about this, man. Y'all trying to make me lose my voice, man. Hold on, I need some more of this damn Carolina Reaper hot sauce. Boy, this stuff right here, boy. If you having a heart attack, you take a mouthful of this, it probably cause your ass to feel like you're dying. But I love the heat. That's a lot. Oh, I ain't got but a quarter left. I didn't put too much in. Well, I guess y'all get to see me do I ate 3 of them pocket chips. The first one, the yellow one. The red one's only ate 2. I ain't eating that blue motherfucker. You couldn't pay me $1,000. 10,000, I eat it. Holy shit. Oh shit, I got goosebumps. Oh my God. Oh, I like this. Hold on. Ooh, child. Boy, I just made it all come out. Now, if you come back and you see someone with a mustache, you better tell me. Okay, nothing there. Prison Sharp. I love my peoples, man. All walks of life. I'm just tired of the hypocrisy and the foolishness. We're going to be about the truth. We're going to be about the truth all the way through. We got to stop the hate. And this stuff that's going on with the music industry and all this shit. You don't see no rockers. You don't see no punk rockers. We created rock. Queen of Rock. Who was she? We created punk rock. You know the family. I taught you about them out of what? They say Detroit. In New York, the Ska in England. You don't see them with the grunge. You don't see nobody killing, well, Courtney Love, but you don't see nobody killing one another. Created country music. Oh, look at this. There's not one music we ever had a foot in a hand on creation. And now here we is, hip hop. The little Z generation. That's the last alphabet. You know what it said there. There was never no A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Also, they had plans. They killing each other like they fucking retarded. All because of who? Well, damn sure wasn't naughty by nature. They play a part in it. Now my boy's been rocking them. Now my sister Lauren Hill helped me babysit my cousin Jazz. Now Winnie Houston, when I see her, she was always with girls. I don't know how she got with Bobby Brown. I'm telling you, it's a wicked ass system. But they cultivated and nurtured them. And our ignorant ass motherfucking old niggas came out of prison. They were gay ass selves. Part of that problem. Look at Puffy. Running around looking like the Joker. Sound like, I bet he was so happy to have his hair straight. I have no respect for none of them. And Busta Rhymes lost his goddamn mind. Brothers created hip hop, breakdancing and rap. Right here in America. They're named after us. From South America to here. But here in so-called North America. We created it. I was part of it. Twin City Breakdancing, goddamn it, 1980, goddamn 1978. That's right. Beach Street, my uncle, my second cousin. Herschel Walker was on the panel. My manager was Kim, Pam, who worked the pro shop. So people want to talk about history. I got a whole lot of it to talk about. This shit is hot in the motherfucker, y'all. If I start sweating, man, don't worry about it. I got the windows open. Whoo, child, I got my tongue. I'm trying to finish them. I got the goosebumps right now. I hope I don't get cold enough. Well, holy shit. I'm doing a 2-pocket. There's a lot of shit up in there. I'm putting it down, y'all. I would love to see how people really get it together. I ain't talking about go out there and start hugging every little goofy Karen and dumbass motherfucker talking about why you in the neighborhood, bitch, you on my soil. I'm not talking about that because most of them brothers don't even know how to approach the situation. I'm talking about you need to get together, like-minded, and y'all need to deal with one another respectfully. Really. and stop getting in these little doofy groups on Facebook and everywhere else that want to debate and argue and just the dumb shit. I see Sonetta and this motherfucker. I don't want to be disrespectful no more. I don't have to. Phoenix, what the fuck is going on? It's really about the bag, ain't it? See, our history is not about $1. And then I don't see nobody, I don't see none of them purchasing 100, 200 acres talking about, I want 25 of y'all families to get y'all shit together. If you got tools, bring them. We're going to build some houses on this 200 acres. We're going to build up a dynamic. We're going to make something beautiful. And we're going to build, we have our weapons, our little garage and everything, security and all that. I don't see none of y'all doing that. I talked about it. I only got a bank account waiting to put money in. I had that for the last year and a half, and nobody done shit. Because I know how to go out there and get it. Because niggas is selfish. I'm like Charleston White. Nigga nation, I'm all for it. Oh my God. This one got a lot of it on there, y'all. Y'all dare me? My eyes just opened up. I can't close it. Holy shit. Don't you, you don't want none of that. This is the real Carolina Reaper, y'all. Hot sauce. 1 million Scoville. 1.474 million on the Scoville scale. Oh God. My booty gonna hurt in the morning, in the AM. You stop chewing on my laptop. Why you got always chew on this panda? You leave my panda, panda alone, man. You so mean, man. He just came over there and wanted to chew on it. I got little stickums with my grandbabies. I got stickums on my damn laptop. Stop, leave my karate suit alone. It's karate stuff and taekwondo. All right, that's a little animation. Let me stop doing it. Stop chewing on it. Alexander, y'all think I'm lying? Now you know you try to play it off now. Little knuckle here, knuckle. Oh, it's good. I like hot. I like spicy. I eat like 5 and 6 jalapenos. The ones that grow here are hotter than regular. My Mexican brother. Stop. My Mexican brother grows them and they like triple hotter than, and it's, can you eat these? So I ate one. I was like, holy shit. I was like, give me 5 or 6 more. I love some hot stuff. But anyway, regardless of that, we have to do something and stop just talking about we have to do something. Bill Gates, how he gonna run around just buy up all the farmland? Like that's all right? That's a system. And everybody think it's all right, man. It make no sense. Come on. Have we become that goddamn lazy? I'm ready to go to Carmel down to goddamn Costa Rica, man, because I've been down there, man. I love it. Man, shit. I'll be a fucking expat. I ain't playing. Y'all want to get this shit together here? Don't want to come out of them damn cities and shit? I stay there and wait for what's coming. Yes, I got Spanish in my goddamn blood. So what? There ain't Moors either. A couple of motherfuckers have been married in my family and the bloodline's respect. They're good motherfuckers. Real motherfuckers. Like my cousins, they ain't. They're some dark ass Chinese, but they're my family. I love them. Maybe that's the beautiful thing I have. That commonality. And I know good people. My travels. I wasn't stuck in the same neighborhood with the same ideology, seeing the same shit, and have this venerable disease called hatred because of wayward motherfuckers. Yeah, there's gangs everywhere. The shit they hate themselves. But what is the gain if you're going to lose every goddamn thing? How are my indigenous brothers and sisters? And all my other relatives who are visiting us and coming through. I'm tired of the lies of the Jews. I'm tired of the lies of these black motherfuckers. I'm tired of lies of all these racists. The racists are the dumbest motherfuckers walking the planet. I've had enough of it. If you ain't had enough of it, maybe this ain't the place for you, because I'm not here for the masses. I'm here for the few. And I don't bite my goddamn tongue for no fucking body. For the children, I can bleep some stuff out and make it very, I love all walks of life because I've visited and seen. And then when I came back here, it's like, you would believe that everybody hates you. And it's not to give brothers a different look. Women around the world love us. I'm just letting you know something. Dead ass serious. German women? Shit. I'm not saying go over there and do it. Our sisters are very important. I love my sisters. But I'm telling you from world travel history, because we got a lot of sisters got caught up in this bullshit who got the same mentality. And what is all from? It's from the diets, the history being hidden, the lies being taught in systems. I got my one chocolate sister right now. It could be three. I could take care of three of them. I don't give a fuck. I'm not into this fake Christian religion as far as marriage and one wife shit. Not into it. That's not my ancestors' way. I know my great uncles, so everybody can kiss their ass with that. And I know what Frederick Douglass said. Everybody can kiss my ass with that too. And I know what James Baldwin said. That nigga was chasing dicks. So Big Mama. I remember what she said. She had two men's up in the house. And she said only reason because they couldn't handle her. So how could they handle any other one? So I know the truth. Them children today ain't, say it again, Mama Red. Let me go ahead and throw that up there, goddamn. Somebody get rid of these goopy ass motherfucking puppets. Can anybody get rid of that? Or am I the only one? I'll block it. Maybe I don't know if y'all I don't see the tools on it, so I just block them again. They children not here right now. I know that. They're not, so I'm gonna say what I got to say, Mama. You got the right name for that. Mama said children. The children is not here. And ain't nobody eating no goddamn mater sandwiches. So we gonna treat them like tater heads, goddamn. My mouth is on fire. I got my mouth. Oh shit. No, I ain't gonna drink nothing. Oh shit. Gotta keep talking. Keep the focus. Too much. This shit is good though. But anywho, I still have that bank account. And if you want to have money put in it, now look, people. I put the cash out because I'm gonna buy books. And if I have to, I'll get another laptop. The thing is, I want to keep reading. And I actually want to do a little thing where I have people read with me. If any of y'all bought books, let me know the books you have bought. What is that, a fruit fly? I ain't got no food up in here. Oh, the windows. No, that's what you're chasing? Oh, if anybody want to read with me, I would love that. If y'all purchased any of the books that I've talked about, that's why I'm gonna start sharing some of the books I'm buying now, and I'll share with you some of the books I want to read. So if you want to get them, $16, $20, it's no big deal. $15 if you can afford it. I'm waiting on the which called Roots 2. 4 of them I only got. I want to get 6 more, and I'm gonna make sure with the Gmail account on my regular live. That way you guys, no, I got to put in the damn which called the description, and that way you guys can hit me in the Gmail if you really want one which called Roots healing books. I'll make sure I get them 4 out to you right away. Other people have gotten them. I think I put out like 6 before. So I got 4 more coming. It should be here Tuesday. I'll send them out with the Gmail and send them right to you. All right. Anytime I get books and they're like something that could really benefit and help, they'll be for free. But I buy these. And so that's why I put the cash up there. I'm not trying to get rich. I don't need to. Trust me. I don't need to. I come from a good family. And I'm not trying. I just don't like living like them. It does something to you. It perverts you. You know what I mean? And I love y'all. So that's what matters. So you support me, I'm going to support you. And that's how it is. And if you really want to get down and looking at parcels of land, I got people who are moving over here that established their business over the last 5 or 6 years. They're really making it. A couple of them broke the six figure, 7. And I go to their soil, look at their land. We're gonna build it up. If we can do it all close together, we can have a community out this world. You dig what I'm saying? It's up to y'all. We're not doing some takeover, this, that, all that bullshit. I'm not into all these little goofy movements and cults and shit. We know who we are. We know this is our soul. We ain't got to explain or express shit to none of these lying fucks. Bottom line. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, Madam Cooper, what's happening? I'll leave our truth, excuse me. And it's very important. Just my eye. What the fuck was I thinking? Jesus Christmas. Ooh, child. Anyway, pain tolerance is high, so it ain't gonna hurt me. I've done it before. Anywho, any freaking who, we can make these. Oh my God, we can make these things happen. Okay, throw some coconut water. If you ever get hot stuff in your eye, put some coconut water in it for real. Make a mess. Get this garbage can. Holy shit! Not use this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Whoo shit. Whoo. Whoo child. Oh, that neutralizes it. Coconut water. Very electric. Oh my goodness. Don't touch your eyes if you ate some damn Carolina Reaper pepper habanero. Stop doing it. Whoo. Yo, what's up? Come on, man. I've been waiting on you, man. We've been rolling over here, man. I'm on a 2-hour walk, man. I sent you an invite too, bro. I figure you was probably at the gym or in the studio. That's the man to hook up with. Studio, get some music or whatever. He's in the description as well. But anywho, we already been through the narrative. We know that a lot of people out here pushing, and you got to be mindful of those pushing that Kanye and Irv and to the gatekeepers. Them niggas are gatekeepers too, because what we learned a long time ago, you don't shoot the message. You accept the message. You ain't got to hold on to the fucking message. He ain't nobody. She ain't nobody. Maybe they somebody. But it's not for you to worry about that. We got a lot of niggas still looking out the goddamn window. And you can see how they move. And you can see how they move. You ain't got to call them on it. They ain't about arguing and debate. The motherfuckers told y'all some serious shit, and so did 100 other motherfuckers. Nobody really paid attention to. Well, I'm here to back it up. I'm here to back up what the fuck they say. Because see, it's those of us who know the truth that'll speak on the truth. Everybody, all the other motherfuckers who are running around and still on the same block, going up and down the same coastline across the, doing the same peninsula shit, going in the same hood, talking about, I'm here to save. You ain't gonna save shit if you ain't saving yourself and saving face, but getting to learn who the fuck you are. A lot of people say they're going, I know who I am. No, you don't. Because if you knew who you were, you'd still be relaxed. You'd be calm. There wouldn't be no displacement all over the goddamn place. And you can see that. Some people are focused though. Some people are good at putting on a good game and a good show. The thing is, fuck the game, fuck the show. What's her name again? Sachin Little Feather? Lying motherfucking floozy. If you're Spanish, be Spanish. You know what I'm saying? What's a good icon or symbol to represent us? I'm doing some clothing designs. I'm an artist, Very goddamn good one. I can brag about that. I'm gonna show you something. I want you to take a screenshot, all right? Mac V Product. Yeah, I was checking out your shit the other day, bro. I was like, you gotta do less talking and do more rapping, brother. I love you, man. I love what you're doing, though. God damn, I was like, I shared that shit. I was like, I'm gonna start playing all y'all shit and little breaks doing my videos. True Hero, Job Breaks, you, whoever else. Some of the rap videos cats send me. I'm playing some of y'all stuff and let everybody know. God damn it. All right, here we go. Check, this is gonna be good. What in the? Yeah. Jesus Christ. It gave me. I'll tell you after I put it up, you're gonna laugh. Okay, images. All right, I'm gonna expand this motherfucker. First, I gotta make sure it looks. And you might not be able to do something with this. Maybe I can only do something with this. Yo, we're gonna talk about something ancient. Hold on. Goddamn. Yeah, this is gonna be hot right here. So we need some shit like this. I mean, I can make it myself, but I think this would be banging. When you want to talk about tribe, when I show you these, I want you to take a screenshot of this. I mean, I can send it to you too, but just a screenshot it right here, okay? But this is gonna be banging right here. This is gonna help break up some of the monotony of the stupidity. Because we're a clan. We're like wolves. Now, even though I come from a wolf clan, I come from the raccoon clan as well, my father's side. Yeah, no, they were traitorous. No, they only betrayed those who would betray the clans and the tribes themselves. And yes, Cherokee, y'all betrayed, y'all little half-breed motherfuckers with my mama Cherokee side, betrayed the Yama Nation. So my father's side did what he had to do. So you're gonna like this one right here. And this is about togetherness. This is what I'm saying this, all right? All right, let me pull it up. Black screen, all right. And it's up to you, brother. Like I said, I think this would be. Why can't I expand with goddamn pictures, man? Why is it doing that? Anyway, I'm putting up real close. Look at that. Is that badass? That's one. Get a screenshot, man. Don't let me hold it up all day. I'm gonna tell you what to put on. You can put it in graffiti, but I'm just gonna show you a few. That ain't got nothing to do with. God damn it, man. Nothing to do with black and white. None of that shit. Pale or the dog move. We're supposed to be careful, right? But you see the moon back there? You don't really know what the moon does to us. This is the one I like the most.
You sound like you underwater, brother Rebel.
I sound like I'm underwater?
Yeah, you sound like you underwater.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can correct that. Hold on. Let me see if I can correct that. That's the like gurgling fucking some other shit, man. Still?
Nope, it's better now.
Okay. All right. Did you get this one?
Yep.
All right, hold on. Here, check this one out. And then I'm gonna show you what you put over top of it. Now remember, I told y'all we don't represent the Ankh. You know why we don't? Because the Ankh were the ones who were controlled over us. They were false gods. They're nothing but other people from another land. But now the scarab is something that we were capable of. Flight and levitation. And the female that represents. When we talk about family ties, now imagine that wolf with that somewhere in there and talking about a clan or a tribe of nations, like the unification of wolves. I mean, just something simple. I mean, I used to make all kinds of shit. I like to draw myself, but I like things like that. And I think a lot of people would, instead of all these people putting up all this shit with war bonnets and all the other goofy shit. I was a graffiti artist, you know what I'm saying, too, in the hip hop era. So I was popping first, and I was doing a little grunt floor rocking, and everybody was a rapper. And I was doing graffiti. That was one of my main things. Not tagging. I ain't like tagging. I actually like drawing and putting out portraits of graffiti. That was my shit. But there's so much more
Damn, it's cold.
Yeah, Nikki Lang. Who cares about Hollywood? Exactly. Y'all know the story about Hollywood, right? I know everybody heard them say it on Google, but the truth is, when I got to see one of the the Hollywood looked like back in the 1800s, the old magicians, melanin, used to carve wood from because of its properties, and they used to cast spells with it, like stir blood and all kind of weird shit. And they would go to the sages if they couldn't get the channeling right, and they would go to the sages to tell them a vision, and then they would use that wand to cast the spell. So now you see what is tell live vision, channel, and Hollywood.
Yeah, my mom put some too much water in yours.
It's a reality. It's a real one. It's not like made up. Ron, your mic. Oh, I got it. Yeah, his family's on. But you know what? So if he's still on, I will come on. Or he's probably on his way home. Okay. Yeah, I don't care about none of it, brother. I can't, brothers and sisters, I can't see the sisters. I can't stand none of it. People say, well, don't you watch movies? I got movies that I enjoy, but they don't do nothing to me. I see them as pure entertainment, and that's it. I don't communicate about them. I don't brag or talk about them. I don't even respect, because I know a lot about some of the fucking actors and actresses. I know the true lives they're living compared to what they show, what's displayed. That's the big thing. We get caught up in this shit we get caught up in this shit, and we think that, oh yeah, I'm gonna carry on like that. You know, Scarface and all that bullshit, Al Pacino, all that, man. Nobody got time for that shit. I couldn't believe that people actually allowed that. That's a form of MK Ultra. It's a system, people. And behind all the sounds you hear, there's an underlying message being sent out that's going into the deepest part of your recesses, and it's making you act upon it. It's making you feel like you're sick when you're not, making you ill when you're far from being ill. You see what I'm saying? And it's heavy if you want to get into the 42, but yeah, it's heavy. The thing is, we're stronger and more powerful than all that shit. Every last one of us. We have something that the enemy doesn't have. And if you want to call it a soul, so be it. We come from a source greater than anything, and we don't need to have knowledge or knowing of it. Just know that you are capable of any and everything you can imagine. No, you really are. Now, don't take your little goofy ass ain't meditating and got you died right or fasted for a few months. Go up to a roof and think you're going to fly and just jump, because your ass will be like that on the ground. How was the name say? Spit it out. Martin Lawrence, spit it out. Your ass going Oh, anytime. No need to thank me, brother. Anytime, family. And the thing is, there are things we can do that they have done their best to keep us deaded and unable and incapable of doing. Telekinesis didn't just pop up out of nowhere. There's a way we communicated at one time. The enemy wanted to make sure that we cannot come to our highest form of existence. Why is it all of us have our great uncles and grandparents, right, who lived over 100 and something years? And my great uncle Sammy Handy and them said they knew people over 200 years old. So that means in the 1600s and 1700s, the motherfuckers were still alive for 200 years. But we've given this analysis, and everybody's living under 70. What the fuck? Under 60? What the fuck? See, and that should be the thing that enlightens to tell people the truth. If that ain't a wake up to fight against the goddamn machine, then you tell me what is. What, crayon colors? Or the justice by some sadistic cops they've been putting in place? They handpicking these motherfuckers. But you think you're going to do it by being silent, not stepping in and speaking your mind and being, you know what I'm saying? Being part. Oh, okay, you want me to? Okay, brother. I heard your family come in. I didn't want to have you all on there now, family. It's nobody's business. All right, Ronald. But you see what I'm saying? We don't need Anybody else want to help brother out, you can also send me an email or whatever, or send it to the brother, get in touch, and some ideas. I don't want to get riled up because there's a lot of people doing that, so I don't really need to do that. We got to change, y'all. And I mean, remember I said this before, like yesterday, and I mean, I'm pushing this because I know the importance of it. You know, before you go to war, sucks and it shouldn't be happening. Before you go to any war, what they do? They send you to boot camp. Why? Tear you down, make you look like everybody else, make you smell like everybody else, get you thinking alike, and get you moving and marching alike. At least operating to the same degree. You're always going to have the motherfucking, you know, the Olympians, you know, firearms and stuff. So that way, at least you know. But what happens when you get out there? You find out who the killers are, the sociopaths. Well, it's the same way the system out here. They're putting doctors and certain people, they're picking who are sociopaths that'll look at the screen when they put your information in. That's what it's there for. And it says red flag. So they're going to go in and tell you, oh, you're fine, go home, and you're going to drop dead. Nobody knows nothing. Nobody cares. That's what's going on right the fuck now. So that's why I got a group of people, when I go to the doctor, right? If something was to happen, that motherfucker, they better get that motherfucker to one of them other lands, because he's not going to be all right. And he can have all this. He's not going to be okay. It is what it is. It goes for anybody in the costume. It's just the way it is. It's not a threat. It's motherfucker find out. That's all I got to say to that. And it can be like that with all of us, protecting one another, taking care of each other's health and everything else. Medicinal greenhouses, growing our shit, our own heirloom seeds. I got plenty of seeds. But no, y'all want to keep running into the system and trusting in the system where these motherfuckers operate the system. And it ain't in your best goddamn interest. Now, there's good doctors out here, there's good agents. Trust me. The problem is, it's like the luck of the draw. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, here goes these goofies again. I said the right thing, and they just all in their little emotions. They got to send their little sex shit. You know what I'm saying? They got to send their little goofy shit. An error occurred. I'm attempting to block the little sex shit, and it's saying an error occurred. What does that mean? What does that mean to y'all? Can any of y'all see it? Can any of y'all block it? That means it is somebody who feels some kind of way. See that right there? You see it? God damn it! So if you see that, block this shit for me. For those of you, if you can you? Can any of y'all? I blocked it any other time.
Yeah, I just reported it. It goes away after that.
Okay, appreciate it, family. Because it's sick, man. It's sick. You know, and there's somebody doing it. It's not algorithm. It is somebody actually watching who's so computer savvy, but he doesn't know that I got a homie over here. He can go back in and he can say, let me see, Red, hook it up. And he'll find out who the fuck you is. You can jump your shit over 1,000 different places and he'll fucking find your little goofy ass. I don't need to know who you are. See, I wear this for a reason. Everybody knows it does. You fuck with me, it's double fold. So come on in and bring your little goofy ass shit in again. Let's see how you're doing in a week or two. Oh, yeah, I really believe in it because I know it. I practice some shit. No, we'll never speak of it over here, but I'll fucking put the warning out there. That's my brother Ron over, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, I think Cooley's he's on his way home, brother. He said if he get in, if I'm still on, he's gonna come on. So that's why I'm holding on. Because I know he'd be having some good input, you know what I'm saying? I sent a message, but I think he might have been at the studio, or he's working out, he's getting his powerlifting on. You know what I mean? And man, I love, man, y'all are a fabulous group of individuals, brothers and sisters. Remember what I told you about, and I didn't say it, I think early on, but the Hava is light and the Shana is darkness. What do you want to be in line or in tune with? If you choose the Shana, then don't waste your time. If you choose the Hava, then that's the direction you need to go. You need to go in that direction. And that direction, you know what that direction is? To the light. It ain't nowhere else. That Hava, that is in you. It is there. It might be dormant, but it is there. You got to make the eye-to-eye contact with yourself. You got to look in the mirror every goddamn day. You can't be looking outside the window. You got to allow yourself to be able to shake the shackles of all the lies around you, the system. Because see, we are in a system. And the system, again, is geared and ratioed against you. Don't have to hate it, but you don't have to partake in it either. I know what someone you'll say. Yeah, but, and it's always the buts that fuck our people up. Now I'm talking about all the walks of life who know that they seek the truth. Y'all know I'm not into the crayon color shit. But my people are very important when it comes to us Aboriginal. Now, those of us of origin. Cat said to me, he said, what was it, like last week? I think I told the story. I said, yo, man, what, you not human? I said, nigga, I'm a man. I'm of men. So you a hue of me? Hey, man, all right, more respect. I'm not here to debate with you. That motherfucker got quiet. He's looking around. I'm a man, too. I said, okay. Well, I'm glad you clarified and rectified that situation. You had me kind of spell check for a moment. Now, I know when I'm talking, reading something, I say I put the word human on. So it's not to, it's not to, I want to clarify this. Because even in the hue of things, beauty can be, something magnificent can come out of it. See, I'm not like everybody else. And I'm not self-taught. But where I'm at today, I see things. How do you word it? Maybe somebody could word it for me. Things stand out that didn't stand out, 5 years ago. Things stand out, and I'm sitting there going, you gotta be kidding me. You know what I mean? I walk away, I ignore it. But for some reason, it won't stop standing out. And I'm like, okay, well, let me look at this. I said, why not see it that way? And it's not because I want to see it that way. It's not like I'm not seeking to see it that way. It just stands. Am I saying too much? I might be getting myself in trouble, huh? It just stands out. Don't try and eat this because it will set your ass on fire. He was behind me. Where'd he go? But you know what I'm saying? And if you know what I'm talking about, then you know. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you. You too, Mama Red. I appreciate that. And when something stands out, do I run and talk to anybody or express that? No, not at all. One day I was in the kitchen. I was chopping bananas up. I was getting some of those keto waffles. I didn't feel like making any homemade ones, so I was hooking up 3 of them, and I was taking the Nutella. I like the Nutella, y'all, and I like my almond butter and all that other stuff that I have, pecan spread and all that. And I was like, oh, I remember I made some strawberry preserves. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna dance this thing up with some blueberries, the vanillas. I got my Saigon ground cinnamon. I was like, shit, I'll put the bananas, everything on it. I drizzle it with the honey. After I got the Nutella and everything, I put the strawberry jam and it was the preserves and the blueberry. And I was like, shit, this is wrong. And I'm standing there hooking everything up, and I saw something go like this by me. And then my cat was looking at me right in front of me. And he looked that way. And I looked right away, and I grabbed my pistol because I walk around with my shit on when I'm dressed, right? It was like a shadow just went by the fucking door, by the wash and dry thing, because it's white. And he looked. So I looked. So if he looked and I looked, and I felt, the presence of something like a little move right by me. I was like, you know what? And I walked right up in the motherfucking living room area. Shit. I had my shit, safety off. Only saved at that time with it. I said, well, if I can't shoot you because I got some motherfucking lead and iron, I said, we're going to scrap up in this motherfucker. And my cat kept looking sideways. And wherever he looked at, I walked right into it. You know what I'm saying? If he moved around, he raised his back up. And I said, what the fuck? And I went right over to it. And people would sit there and go, nigga, you crazy. No, man. You're going to meet it head the fuck on. It's going to be whatever's going to be. Or you're going to fucking run. I told y'all to stop being scared of shit. So if you see something, don't be like goddamn scary movies with the flashlight. You walk in an abandoned house. I'm going in the basement upstairs by myself. Bullshit. See, I live right here. This is why I take my hat, my boots off. Okay? So I lay my boots, my hat, what I call home. I wouldn't give a fuck if it's on the side of a cliff. And I'd be good goddamn, if anything, it could be something friendly. But if it don't respond, because if I get a hold and I can see it, I'm gonna choke the fuck out. I'm serious. Slamming that motherfucking thing all around this son of a bitch. I'll break everything up in this motherfucker. I'm seriously like that, y'all. And then I went back, man. I was pissed off because I was like, shit, my damn keto waffles, they got a little cool on me. But he stopped moving around looking the way he was doing. So I was like, okay, maybe the motherfucker got up out of here. Maybe sit his ass down and watch me eat. That is me. That's exactly how I've always been. After the shit I saw when I was little, after the child abuse I was going through and the shit I got to see, me and my brother Reg out the window with the light lit up people, fucking whatever that was. I just never was really scared of any fucking thing. Now I know how to get the step if it's physical and I'm in another country and I just ain't gonna just kill something right there on the land. I ain't trying to be in. I might get put in the dungeon or something with a whole bunch of them things want to eat or something. I don't know, man. I ain't gonna try, man. Fuck out of here. Your why your window so small, family?
Not sure.
That's kind of weird, right? I just made you solo.
I am on my cell phone. I'm not on my computer or nothing.
Oh, okay. I feel you. All right. I was like, what the heck, bro? I was like, my man right there. Okay, I see you. But hey, look, man, I was gonna wait for Westside, man. You know what? We're gonna pick this up tomorrow, man. I gotta eat, y'all. It's been fun. Rondo, I appreciate you coming in. I wish more of y'all would have came in. I'd love to hear some of y'all's opinions or what you know or how you feel about things. I know some of y'all just so engraved with doing this shit. I just can't stand that shit right there, bro. I can't do that, man. I'm gonna give you. Hey, nigga, you can talk. Hey, how you doing? And mom still hit me up. I'll be like, is you real, mother? I'll be like, can I get a voice, motherfucker? I'm serious, y'all. I don't do all this shit. I'm old school. I'd rather meet you outside. What's up, family? How you doing? Good. You ready? You want to go horseback riding? Well, goddamn, let's go and get it. I don't know about this other stuff here. Just be getting it, boy. I be there. Look, you ever see some of the people? I be walking the Safeway, right? I'm like, look, oh shit, they got the good. Ooh, they got that plant-based. What's that? Choboni. That's the ice cream. Oh no, they got that goddamn bad sugar. And then you turn around, you see in the window in the freezer section, you see a motherfucker over there. You know, this motherfucker just wrote 5 paragraphs. That's how good some of y'all motherfuckers is. Me, I still be typing motherfucking 2 words. I don't know how y'all be thinking. Y'all ain't lightning with that shit. I can't deal with that. That shit be having me rolling, man. And these teenagers, I always make it my business to go up during lunchtime because a lot of kids like to steal stuff. So I like to help, you know, I like to make sure because I know a lot of them. Because I teaching martial arts and boxing on the red. So I'll be like, now I'm going to tell your father you trying to steal that. How you going? You saw me standing here. I have to do that a number of times. But if they be texting, I be like, it's like motherfucking second nature. I be like, God damn, what the? I've been on type WCB, but I don't know what it be sound like. Some other Acme fucking. I'd be like, how do these and they speaking? There's actually fucking words they writing. No, man. If I'm going that fast, it's show. I'm hitting fucking probably about 100 Z's and B's, W's, and probably a 2 and a 1. Because this is what you're gonna see on me. Now you get me on a typewriter and we can pop out a little over 75 a minute. But this motherfucker here, my big ass thumb, no. I don't know how y'all do it. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and shut it down. I was waiting on West Side because I know he's, you know what I'm saying, we can go another whole 2-3 hours. But I'm going to go ahead and shut it down, y'all. Love y'all. Mad respect. The ladies that came in, to the gentlemen, you already know, salute. Be reading in the AM, and I might do an open mic again tomorrow, man. I hope more of y'all will come in. And the topic I have that I want to talk about, I ain't talking about the topic. Last time I told y'all topic, right? It's still on the board. I ain't going to talk about it. But I have another topic. I have a few I want to discuss. But I actually want people, because I don't know all the shit on some of this stuff. Because you know I don't watch them. I'm not big on the news and media. So the topic I'm gonna put in, I might sit up tonight and just leave it and give it a time, set it for tomorrow, so that way everybody can see it. All right. And some of y'all who might probably be very knowledgeable with the Kim Kardashians and the anyway. So you got a little hint, and y'all can really, because I don't really know about them fuckers. The cat, what's that motherfucker Jenner that became the Olympic motherfucker that became a woman, and the motherfucker he arguing with. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there. It's gonna be the topic because it's the perversion of this, and it's not to knock them, but it's to say put a brakes on that shit, because the politics, them sick fucks, they really think they're in control and they can just put things out there on our soil that's so perverse. But it's going to be about, you know, these wicked families and this ulterior way of living. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I'm gonna hit y'all. I'll key in the words. I don't want to say nothing blow up on here. And hopefully somebody has something they want to talk about or discuss tomorrow. And I'll attempt to make it for a time when everybody can be home, all right? So again, I love you all. Respect everybody who came in. And those who didn't speak, love you all too, just as much. And I'm grateful for everyone. All right. Anything you want to add? Last words, Ronald?
No, just do the mirror work like Brother Red Wolf be saying. Everybody's shining bright.
There you go. All right, you guys step out, brother. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down.
All right.
And y'all know I'm serious, man. We got some work to do, and I do have a bank account. I think it's got like $50 in our open away. It's just sitting there. If you want to get some land, you really want to do that, then I'll share that information, but I'll share it with my Gmail and have y'all get in contact where you can. I think she said I can have where people can deposit. And if it's for land, that's what I got to settle for. We can go ahead and start looking at some land. If people really want to get some land together, if it's $20, $50, $100, whatever, we go ahead and we look at these little few acres and we get these acres. Because you know, you can build 2 houses on 1 acre of land. You can build 3 houses on 1 acre of land. Cul-de-sac on 1 acre of land. All right, and we can make this happen, people. And it might take some mixing concrete, get some rebar, buying 2x4s, and we just keep funding and keeping the money circling between us the way we should be, instead of buying jeans and clothes and wigs and all that bullshit. Make sure the babies are fed and the women are doing right, taking care of the men and protecting the women, and so on and so on. And oral traditions and histories and learning from the land. All right, I'm gonna type it in. God damn it. It should pop right up. Get it while you can, because I'm about to shut this motherfucker down. And I appreciate you all. I really do. I really do. Going back all the names. We got some good brothers and sisters up in here. And you see my brother Mac Mean, he probably got a live going on. I like to watch his lives. Email me. And first, what happens, because if I don't really know you, we're gonna have a conversation. And I'm very particular. A lot of people, I've had to deal with some slick people. And they were like, but damn, nigga, how you figure it out? Well, it's just the way it is. All right? All right, appreciate it, Mama. It's there for the rest of y'all as well. Mama Red, you already got it, I believe. If you want to have a conversation, everybody, hit me up. All right? All right, y'all have a grand evening. Appreciate you all.